This episode of The Forecast is brought to you by First of the Day. First of the Day's mission is to share the fun-loving spirit captured in the moment of a toast, to provide products that express more than just a slogan, but a celebratory lifestyle. So we're here to celebrate with you, all your firsts. Remember to live in the moment and make every drink your first of the day. Visit first-oftheday.com for more information. It's also being brought to you by One Up Gaming Lab, Metro Detroit's premier entertainment trailer, sporting 6 TVs and a plethora of video games to keep any age group entertained for hours. Visit oneupgaminglab.com for more information. Let's start the show.
You're listening to the Podcast Detroit Network. Visit www.podcastdetroit.com for more information. The views and opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily represent those of the network, its advertisers, owners, or sponsors.
And welcome to the Forecast.
Good
Mad
forecast.
Myles.
Good forecast.
Fresh ass deuce.
Good forecast.
Go crazy.
Good forecast.
We here, bro. First
Go
episode. I'm gonna go ahead, shit, bro.
Man, you
What
already
episode
know,
is
man. It's the first episode. The very first one. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just go ahead and introduce myself. You know what I'm saying? My reputation precedes me. This is Q, also known as Rudeness. You know, that's 2 syllables, Rudeness. You got to say it, let it roll off your tongue. I'm going to go ahead and pass it to my mans over here, you know, with the
You know what the deal
soundboard.
is.
You going to say your name, motherfucker?
You know what the deal is.
They already know who he is, man. They already know who he is.
It slaps.
There you go.
That's it.
There you go. You dropping the
it.
bombs.
It slaps, man.
Let's
It
get it, man.
slaps.
This the forecast, man. I know y'all been waiting, man. We back by popular demand, man. Everybody been trying to.
And this is our first episode. Everybody.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? People been waiting on us for us to talk our shit. You know what I'm saying? It's as simple as that. You know what I'm saying? We you know, a lot of people concerned about what we got going on, and we gonna show them what the fuck we got going on. It's as simple as that.
What's the deal, y'all? I got Allen on this bitch.
We live with it right now. Shouts to everybody that's watching live.
Yes.
Shouts to
yes,
everybody listening.
Yes.
On
Thank
whatever
you.
platform you on, please like
Yes.
and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
Everybody that's supporting us, we appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? We're going to all shout out our, you know, sponsors, everybody that's affiliated, everybody that's fucking with us in regards to the art, you know, logos. You know what I'm saying? Please comment, message. If you want to send us some, you know what I'm saying, topic suggestions, anything. You know what I'm saying? Anything. We shout them out, man. Shout out to Detroit, man. 313 stand up. You already know how we do it.
There we go. We good.
I want to shout out to the other members of the Forecast.
Yes.
Shout out to Nelly, Nell.
Nelly,
Nell. Shout out to Krack Diesel.
Krack.
Shout out to
My nigga
Rudeness
Krack
and Young
Dees.
Slapz, bro. What up,
Yeah,
man?
baby, we in here.
Shout out to everybody that's following us on the live right now. Please comment on all the topics that we go drop today.
I feel like Krack shit, you know, we need like a light-skinned nigga to balance shit out. He would have been like that perfect type of nigga to, you know, kind of even this shit out.
Hey, we hitting all the demographics.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, no discrimination.
We got a woman and we got a light skin.
Yes,
So we
we definitely
good.
needed that. Yes.
We
So,
good.
next episode, my nigga Krack gonna be in the building. My homegirl Charnel about to be in the building representing for the ladies because we know how y'all get down. So, you already know, man. Let's hop into it, Miles. Lead us off, man.
Yo, hold on.
Hold on. Okay, let me get
It's getting crazy, New York.
This guy. Drop one again, man. We
It's
one
getting
ready.
crazy, New
There
York.
you go. There you go. I like that, man. Somebody,
We hit niggas up to
somebody right.
be
We
a
in
part of the
Detroit,
birth of
baby.
this shit.
And we in Detroit. Well, technically, we're not there.
Niggas was dragging their feet.
Okay.
I know you
dragging
watching.
they
I
feet.
know you listening.
Niggas is dragging their feet.
We ain't gotta say no names. We need apparel.
Hey, man. Hey.
You could be on this bitch. We just need apparel.
Hey, man. Get this man off the
Let's
sound.
do it, man.
man.
It's getting spooky.
Hey, shout out to H2E, bro. We need that apparel on
All
here,
day,
for
all
sure.
day, man. H2E, all day.
Big
Oh,
facts.
I ain't, see, look at that. You see that
I
shit?
did it, bro.
Yo,
It is
Pete,
what it
I ain't
is, bro.
say nobody name. This nigga just did it.
We do it.
Yep. There you go.
Wow, he
Yep.
said, yeah, he segued right into that shit. Yeah.
You just say we need apparel.
Now you
so
see
I
who
know.
the, now you see who the asshole. You know how many clothing lines is out
Hey
there?
man, it's maybe it was just next in
Alan
line,
tripping,
man. Maybe H2E was next in line.
This
man.
nigga Allen tripping.
What are you
on
talking
this
about,
bitch,
man?
bro.
You know what I'm saying?
We gonna say that to the next episode. He talking about we bringing
Oh my God! Wait a minute.
Pause,
listen. Okay.
All right, let's go straight to it, bro. Where we at? First one, we got Tristan Thompson and who? Draymond.
My nigga Draymond.
What you
man.
mean, and who? Nigga,
Draymond.
I mean, that's
what
what they making it seem like, bro. They making it seem like Draymond just pussy, bro.
Man, bro, listen, bro.
Explain the situation,
I didn't
Q.
believe
This
Explain the
shit
situation
shouldn't
first.
even be honestly a topic. Basically, this shit all stemmed from the finals, man.
Heated finals.
Cavaliers got their ass whooped. Simple as that. Or they was getting their ass whooped when the situation happened, man. You know what I'm saying? I guess game was over. Everybody was shaking hands. Tristan Thompson walks up to Draymond, and Draymond wasn't for that shit. Basically, you know what I'm saying? Only because, you know what I'm saying? He's a competitor, man.
Yeah. He's beefing throughout. Though.
Exactly. You a competitor. Y'all was talking shit the whole game. You know what I'm saying? So it's still that competitive nature. Yeah, it's all fun and game and sportsmanship. That's fine. But if niggas was on that tough shit and niggas was talking all that trash during the game, I don't feel like Draymond was wrong. And I wonder, you don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting paid to be friends with the next nigga on your team. So I feel like, you know what I'm saying, he wasn't wrong in that. Now,
Did this nigga not say he'll see that nigga in the streets?
yes, he did.
Yes,
He
he
did
did.
say that. I forgot
Big
that.
fact.
We
I
took
forgot
that
that
shit off.
important script. We gonna
Hey, we done took that.
hey, we done struck that for the record. You know what I'm saying?
So nah,
Dog said they ain't cut the same.
you ain't cut the same.
I
So
tried to-
dog approached the situation.
I tried to strike that
So
from the
you
record.
can't come to the club and be like, my bad, bro. You know, it was just the heat of the
But
moment.
why not though?
And
Why
blah, blah.
not?
Because once you said that
He
he
made it
cut from a different cloth, you was a man. You not taking that like I'm good. Okay.
So at that point, if I say me and you
Then wait. Then you forget the parade shit. with the shirts.
parade.
The quickie shirts was
The
last year
parades.
too, though.
Right. That's what he do. So Tristan felt like, all right.
I mean, but I feel like that's
Let's
sensitive
see.
on
Let me-
Tristan's
Do
part.
y'all
You know what I'm
niggas
saying?
think? I don't even believe that it went down
I'm
the
talking
way
about
niggas
drumming.
saying
It
it
didn't.
went down.
I don't believe KD already
Nah.
confirmed that shit didn't go
Nah,
down.
I'm
like
already
that,
here.
bro.
Well, we can't trust that guy. But
Hey, chill, my man. Bro, listen, man, you talking about a 2-time champion, bro. Don't talk to. Put some respect on his name,
man,
bro.
fuck KD.
Put some respect on
Alright.
his name.
Warriors
But I
fan
agree.
except for that nigga,
I
man.
agree. I don't believe that shit went down like that. What I do think is some truth into it. I believe my man's Draymond. I believe he tried to be the bigger person in that situation. He saw my man's in the club. I'm pretty sure he was intoxicated. You know what I'm saying? He said, "Hey man, you know, it's all love. You know, finals members. I'm walk up to you, chop it up. Good game." And Tristan was still feeling some type of way about that shit, which I can
What you
understand.
think Tristan said?
Basically, fuck you, nigga. Like the fuck, bag up. Like, it's
Do you think he swung?
no.
Nope.
No.
Well, you know what? I
that's-
ain't gonna say I don't think he
That's
swung.
a fairy tale.
I
That's
ain't
a
gonna say I
fairy
don't think he
tale.
swung. I think he might swung. Ain't shit connect.
No, he didn't
You know how
swing.
that shit
I
be.
believe he probably pushed Draymond, probably pushed him a little, or nudged him like, "Man, watch out! I ain't trying to hear that shit." And people over exaggerated, like
Might
some
have hit him with an elbow. Or
right,
something
like some
that.
individuals. You know, we know how they over exaggerate
Who
stories.
was Tristan with? Because that's what I want to know.
Who was he?
Where
Who
was
was
they?
his entourage?
Where was they at?
LeBron left. LeBron left.
LeBron leaves.
Not on no pussy shit.
LeBron leaves.
And I don't fuck with
the
dog,
last
but
two
not on
games of
that
every
pussy
final
shit.
series.
He left on some shit like y'all niggas and this bitch on some childish shit.
So he
Tristan
was
about to
with
get
Chloe
his ass
and
beat,
LeBron.
I'm out.
He was with
He
Chloe
always
LeBron.
leaves when he's really needed, so that's not really a surprise.
shit.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
know.
Can I
yeah.
get some shots on
I-
that bit?
Well, you know what,
what
bro?
I'm saying?
What the
That's,
fuck,
that's, he leaves when he's really needed, so that's not unusual.
Damn. I need a
LeBron will beat LeBron will beat the shit. No, LeBron will beat the shit out of somebody. I
Man,
think
listen,
I think
I
him
don't
and
believe that
Draymond
shit.
will be a good
I don't
fight.
believe it.
LeBron
I don't
will
believe
beat
it.
the
I think
fuck out
LeBron
of
cake as
somebody.
fuck. LeBron soft as fuck. Y'all gotta remember, man. Draymond from the SAG, bro.
I said
Sag
Draymond,
nasty.
that'll be straight. That'll be a good fight.
I don't even think it'll be fair.
LeBron will beat dog.
Really?
Bro.
You think so? You think so? You think Bron cut like that though?
Bro,
Nah.
this is the
Yeah,
same.
LeBron
I
ain't
just
got
feel like
squabbles,
Draymond to
bro.
try him and then LeBron just go.
No. The Draymond got squabbles, bro. I can already tell, man. You just because his stature and you know what I'm saying how Bron built, pause, don't mean necessarily my man can hold his weight in the scrap, bro. My man's Draymond is solid as the pause.
It don't.
My man's Draymond built like a gallon of milk, bro. Like you're not going to just square up with this nigga and just have his way with somebody built
I'm saying
like
though,
that.
like
man.
you think LeBron? I think this nigga will beat
Look, we know LeBron is a physical specimen. We're not debating that. We're trying.
Even
to
when he getting
this.
altercations on the court, he be like, "Oh shit!"
No, he bags away. He
Nigga,
throw his hands up like the police pulled him over.
He done push niggas out the way. Like, come on, bro. He done push niggas out the way, bro.
And when the refs was around, because he know they was gonna break that shit up, man. You ain't never seen LeBron throw no punch.
We talking
not a punch, not a punch.
We talking about
Look, my nigga, I only fuck with LeBron,
bro,
off the court anyway.
LeBron and Tristan.
What about him?
not LeBron.
Yeah, I'm like, we already know who will win that fight.
Draymond and Tristan.
Man, okay.
We're not talking about LeBron.
Long story short,
ain't no way a nigga two-piece and biscuit a nigga and he got the Kardashian curse. I refuse to believe it.
That is very valid. I don't believe. I believe something went down. I don't believe it went down like how the media is reporting it. Nevertheless, something did happen. Will we ever know without video? No. So everything at this point is purely speculation. I can only, anything is very possible. Anything is very possible. Draymond could have very well caught that two-piece and a biscuit. But yes, everything at this point is speculation. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so question. A lot of people on ESPN feel like Draymond should have never went to him and, even tried to talk to him.
That's bullshit because
I feel like Draymond was intoxicated.
Yes, thank you. Draymond was intoxicated. He had to be because being a person that and I don't know Draymond personally. Let's just get this clear out the way. But being the type of person that Draymond portrays himself to be, I can't see him sober walking up to Tristan Thompson and trying to communicate or talk in a respectable manner. That's just not going to happen. Now, if you give me 4 shots of Hennessy, 3 Long Islands, and 2 shots of Patron, I'm about to try to make amends with whoever the fuck in the club. I'm gonna walk up to the random nigga and say, "We boys,
situations like that.
We boys, I love you. Let's not do this. Give me a fucking hug."
And then it's the other nigga. Then it's the other nigga on tip, and then you standing there like, "Bro, what the fuck tip this nigga on? Like, I'll beat his ass." It be just like
everything is love. Yeah. Everything is love. When you inebriated, and I don't believe that he was not inebriated. I believe he very much was so, or that situation would have never happened. But again, purely speculation, man. This is all.
Man, just be.
So who win the fight?
Draymond.
I don't think it would ever be a fight. I think Draymond,
who wins the fight?
I think Draymond would not, because he gonna lose street cred like that. You're not about to fight nobody like
knock that nigga.
Hell yeah,
we're Tristan from Canada, right? I'm gonna lead at that.
Yeah,
is he from Canada?
Yes.
What hood he
really?
Set?
Yes.
What
I'm gonna lead at that for another episode for them Canadians.
We about to find out.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Shout out to
he can't be from the 6.
Shout out to them.
No, definitely not from the 6.
He can't be from the 6.
Drake ain't whooping no ass, so he probably
Drake ain't have his back, so he definitely not from the 6.
You hear me?
Let's calm down.
But that's another episode.
Drake got chubs.
That's another episode.
That's all he needs is chubs. Nigga.
That's another episode.
Yeah. No chubs like Draymond, you better off not saying nothing.
I feel like everybody kind of agree with Draymond.
Yeah, nigga.
Or whoop Tristan.
Of course. Let's.
Who got the best game?
This nigga Canadian. That's wild.
That's easily hands down Draymond.
Draymond better than Tristan.
Wild.
But I'm not gonna say that.
No, he was born in Toronto, bro. He couldn't have been from the hood of Toronto.
Why not?
Nah, he was probably like. He's probably from
slap Draymond. What?
Upper version,
Tristan
upper
Thompson,
peninsula.
bitch, man.
No, bro, how?
I don't like that nigga.
He pulled his card the whole. I mean, you mean he tried to start a little altercation when the ref. Everybody want to be tough when the refs come in and break it up. Like if a ref was pushing you back, I'm gonna try to swing at you.
But he started the shit though. He started the shit with Draymond though. Bro. He low key got that shit popping like.
That nigga Tristan swung on Draymond. Draymond blocked that shit. Bitch, get the fuck back. What's up, nigga? LeBron said, I'm out of here, bro. You swung on a nigga twice and missed. It's over.
Man, we listen. At the end of the day, man.
I don't believe it. Yeah, I don't believe it went down like that at all.
At the end of the day, I don't believe it went down like that, but we'll never know.
Because niggas was trying to have Draymond head that day.
In the age of camera phones, nobody
was in Cali, right?
That shit.
Wasn't they in Cali? I feel like they was in Oakland, bro.
When I saw the story,
I didn't even read it because it didn't even
right. It didn't even sound
because it didn't even sound right.
That
Real
shit sounded like from the Daily Planet, like some Superman news reporting shit. Don't nobody read that shit.
All right, so for everybody
Superman.
that's listening, we would like for y'all to comment Let
Of
us know
course.
who y'all think won between Draymond and
Even
Tristan.
though we
Don't
already
comment on
know.
shit unless you like and subscribe.
Oh, you got
like
to.
and subscribe.
Period.
That go together. Like and subscribe.
Shout out to Detroit, bro.
all time, man. Drop
We
one. Of
here.
them, drop one of the flex bombs.
We here.
Man. One
I was
time,
about
man.
to say drop on the
313.
clues bombs, and I
did.
realized
Oh my God, yes.
I need the clues bomb.
Definitely. There you go. Please, 313.
East
all
side,
day,
west
son.
side, southwest.
Yeah, all day.
What up?
Shout out to the Ave, man. Shout out to the motherfucking Ave, man. We here. We all
Joy Road in
we
this
all
bitch.
know
What
about
up?
it.
East side all day. This motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? Lonely as hell.
All right, since we just did all that gang banging shit, we go calm it down, bring up.
Please, yes. Please, this is real.
How do y'all feel about LeBron's iPromise school?
I fucking love it, bro.
That's a beautiful thing.
I fucking
And
love
let
it.
me touch on this a little bit because I don't like LeBron James. I don't. Let's just get that out the way.
Anybody LeBron fans
Me
here?
either.
No,
I'm not a
So
LeBron
listen,
fan whatsoever.
But we love what he did. But go ahead.
But what he did with that school is, I feel like, more African American player, and not even just African American, man. Let's take the color. Let's take the color out of this, man. Let's talk about, regardless of the race, man. You making these millions of dollars, and you coming from, certain demographics and backgrounds, and something like this is not necessarily unprecedented, but it is. What other NBA player of his caliber? We talking about the Jordans, the Kareems, the everybody got their own little charities. Magic Johnson doing shit. You know what I'm saying? He got his little
flex bonds
businesses.
for Jalen Rose.
Yes, okay. Anyways,
I'm gonna bring him up later.
Jalen Rose.
I was
Anyways.
cooking that nigga, bro. I ain't about to let.
Yeah, man.
But he
like-
still ain't at the level of being one of
But
the best players in the league.
That's what I'm talking about, man. School,
But he's
a
still.
school,
I got you on that. But go ahead.
a
Go ahead.
school, like that's like, again, in today's age, man, where we need shit like that, man, especially in our culture. Getting or establishing a school in our culture and these neighborhoods, man, is just sorely needed. My bad, I was getting a call, but yes, man, I hate because I don't hate. I dislike LeBron. I'm not a fan. I don't like the way he plays the game of basketball. But what he did with that iPromise school is unprecedented. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
And here's the thing, bro. School come with so much. You know what I'm saying? For the kids and the family. I believe you get a bike. You know what I'm saying? To travel around your neighborhood. You get transportation to and from school. I believe it's a food bank there with fresh food, fresh meats, and fresh vegetables. Just in case, your parents at home can't cook you anything. They have that there.
They have job training. Did you say that?
Yeah, the job.
They got job trainings for the parents.
I didn't
And
know
job
that.
placement.
For the parents?
For the
And
parents.
job
I did not
placement.
know
Job
that.
placements for the parents.
He's trying to the overall scheme. Like, he didn't just start a school. He really trying to build the black family back together.
I
which
watched
is
the interview,
dope.
the press conference what he had, and he basically was just talking about how he walked through them streets. And I'm big on culture, and I already know the way you grow up go off of how you, like, you know what I'm
Well, you
saying?
big
What
on
you went
culture
through.
and supporting the community.
Yeah,
too.
so it's just like if you really walk into school and you hang around a group of niggas that's like, well, you scared to go through the shortcut or you scared to go through the alley to get to school, that might change your whole life to where it's like, I got to make sure these kids got transportation to get to school.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So just hearing what he really went through, I understand why he did opened up the school, because he hated walking to school. You know what I'm saying? And when you go to school, they not teaching us what we need to know.
Exactly.
I feel like the whole job placement and job training thing is beautiful because right now the degrees and high school diplomas and degrees, it only gets you so far. You know what I'm saying?
Period, bro.
Back in the day, you could have no college degree, but you can still have a trade. You know what I'm saying? You can still have a skill and you make good money doing it. And you can still do that today, but a lot of that shit is not being implemented in the schools today. They want you to learn about Pythagorean theorems and solve for X.
World War II.
Listen, I'll be 27 in September, bro. When I tell you, I've never, ever came across the fucking Pythagorean theorem besides my fucking math class at Open University.
Look though.
It's just
I'm gonna
fucking
play
ridiculous,
I'm gonna
bro.
play devil's advocate with that. I'm gonna play devil's advocate with that. Me
Here
either.
we go.
No, me either. I ain't never came across it either, but it do
What do you do?
get your brain thinking.
Thinking
It
about
opens your mind. Okay, let's
That's
say
the thing. Well, not even like opening your mind, but when it's like something where it's like, all right, you got to solve for X, that just like structures the critical thinking part in your brain. But it do. But I do believe like some of the main stuff that you're supposed to be getting taught in school is about life. Let's think about if we was in high school and they were teaching us how to cook, how to care for a family, credit, have a savings account, how to save, how to do this,
and that's
like
what you
all that
should
type
be
of stuff.
doing.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't feel like
That's what should be there, and I think those type of programs is
and
going
the
to be
thing
implemented
is,
at his
they
schools.
have life skills classes.
Yeah,
But those things that you just said aren't in those life skills.
It's stupid.
Exactly. See, when I was in high school, we had, before I went to UPrep, we had Votech, you know what I'm saying, Randolph over
They
on the west
still
side,
have
6
that.
Mile. Yes,
Yeah,
that was a
that's
beautiful
what-
thing. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Public safety, masonry, all that stuff, man. You can learn about trades and you can put that on your resume, man. When you graduate, you got that on your resume, you can learn a skill in the trade. Every school doesn't have that. Every school doesn't have that option to go that way. So now, someone that's not really, and everybody isn't, doesn't have the same type of, doesn't learn the same way. So you teaching all of these kids the same exact way, and everybody doesn't learn at the same pace, and everybody doesn't learn in the same manner. And then you're shunning these kids and people based off of their results compared to other people. If somebody else getting an A and another person is getting a D or a C minus, this person is not. This person is basically a failure. Not necessarily a failure, but he's basically, not. It's just not. He's not learning, or he's a delinquent, or he's not putting towards. Everybody don't learn the same way, and everybody's not gifted like that.
That fall on the teachers too, though.
It does. But
think about your.
The teachers have a job to do, bro. The teacher's job isn't to walk one student at a time. You know what I'm saying?
So hold on, wait. Let me get this one. That's where I'm at.
Go ahead.
The parents as well, because once we send them kids off away from school, guess what the parents got to do? Make sure they study and make sure they, you know what I'm saying? So it's a two-way street.
Well, I'm talking about, think about your favorite teachers in school. They never followed the structure that the school wanted, and they still
I can't even
employed
talk
there.
about this, bro.
You know what I'm saying? They still employed there. I think about some of my favorite teachers from high school. They didn't follow the same curriculum and the same structure. Like you said, everybody don't learn the same. They treated class like a conversation.
I treat it
We
just
even
like,
learn, and we even learned it better now. Even
it's
if we
a
was reading a
coach.
book, okay, go read this chapter 1. And we gonna, instead of having a test, we're gonna have an open forum about this, and everybody gonna get their opinions off. That help a little bit more, because I mean, some of the books in high school I like reading, but you throw a test in front of me asking me what was Lenny's shoe color on page 8.
What was Lenny's shoe color?
Probably fail.
You gonna flip back to that page and see what Lenny's shoe color was?
I'm not, because I'm in front of the test now, so now I just got to answer wrong. But if we
I
sit up
cheated,
here,
man. I don't know about y'all. I cheated like some motherfucker.
I mean, I had a few teachers that broke things down so we can relate to it, to get us excited about it, and bring us in. That's what you got to do, honestly. And that's what I told my boss today. I said, listen, I need to be able to do what I want with the classroom.
Miles works at a school, man. We're gonna drop one of Flex Brown for
A-Tag.
A-Tag.
Shout out to A-Tag.
Being in
The views and opinions of the forecast are not that of
Shout out my
A-Tag.
bro Kyle. You feel me? You want them championship games, ain't got nothing to hey. Yeah. But real talk, like, you got to be able to, like, when she had interviews, she break it down to the teachers where it's like, you need to understand what kids you have. Because a lot of teachers come in thinking they just go teach. You got kids that don't even have homes. Last thing they thinking about is trying to learn right now. You know what I'm saying? They don't even got
Think about
clothes.
where their next meal coming
They
from.
don't even got, they hungry. And it's like, now you got to make sure they good. They disciplined right. They know how to respect each other. They know how to, you know what I'm saying, handle when they getting bullied. And still be able to get good grades and pay attention and all this other stuff. So it really takes a lot of work, a lot of vision, and you really have to pay attention to your classroom. And I feel like with LeBron, to go back there, I feel like he understands all of that. So I feel like he put the right teachers in there. He put the right classes in there. He put the right activities in there, because the activities is what saved these kids as well. going to the basketball camps, going back to the art, the dance, and all that. Because them after hours,
the arts, man, that is one
that's
thing
important because
very important.
That 3 to 8 time slot is when the kids. Let's be real, they not doing homework. You know, some of them not. They out in the streets. So I feel like that definitely takes them out of that position.
The arts is important. I don't know why they be taking that out of school. Like, let's think of like some of the most successful people in the world. It was because they were innovators and thinkers.
Jada,
you know what I'm saying?
Jada Pinkett,
things like that. Yeah,
Pop. They went to them act. You know, they was learning how to act.
Exactly. Like some of the most powerful leaders was.
It's just I feel like an idle mind is a dangerous thing. So having these after school camps and just these teachers that's willing to go above and beyond what the norm is in order to help an individual and not just teach 15 students at one time, because everybody doesn't learn at the same pace. I don't know if y'all ever heard the story about, the kid and the pencil. Basically, he was getting up 4:00 in the morning every day. He had to get his siblings ready for school. He had to wake them up. He had to brush their teeth. He had to cook them breakfast. He had to make sure they was on their school bus in time where they needed to be. Then he had to get himself ready. He had to take care of everything because his mother worked a double shift, so it was on him. So him taking care of all these responsibilities, and still being able to get into school at a decent time. And he came to school one day and he didn't have a pencil, and he asked for a pencil and the teacher yelled at him, basically saying, "Why don't you have a pencil?" Doing all this, that, and the third, not knowing that this kid does 1,000,010 things that, it just goes above and beyond a 10, 11, and 12-year-old, and he's getting criticized and ridiculed for a pencil. Basically, that just entails, like, you don't know the background of these kids, man. You don't know what they go through. You don't know what they have to go through. So it's not just teaching is not an easy thing, and I definitely commend teachers because y'all don't get as paid as much as y'all need to.
I commend some teachers, bro, because some of these teachers, because some teachers don't care about these kids. I was reading an article, and they said it would be real good for the culture if a lot of like African American males that care about that community went and taught. I thought about it. I'm like, that's legit. So we talking about Myles being a teacher. Like, let's think of the influence that he really gonna have on his kids.
He can resonate with everything that they're going through.
Exactly.
When you got somebody,
and that's what you need. Because honestly, I mean, all right, it started at home. You got parents. You want parents like raising the kids right and stuff like that. But through our lives, the most time we spend more time in front of teachers than we did our parents.
Yes, we do. Because our parents are always at work.
Right. So
and
influence. I'm not saying it's like a teacher's job to raise a child,
but it's
your job to care about these children,
man.
bro. Like you got, exactly. Take a village.
That's
like
just
you
like
said,
when
an
you
idle
grow up
mind
in the
dangerous
hood,
because
bro.
an idle mind is easily influenced.
And
bro.
your neighbor gave you that
That
whooping.
came out my face.
You know
man.
what I'm saying? But go back to that.
They don't do that no more. That don't happen no more. Man, I didn't
letting
used to
my
be able to be
kids-
bad
listen,
on the block, bro.
I'm letting my kids get the whooping.
Yeah, I didn't used to be able to be bad on the block.
Ooh,
bro. I already knew anybody on the block
that's a
was
hell
gonna
of
be
a
able to
topic.
touch me.
That's a hell of a topic.
But
man.
to go back to what you just said though, like with the parents though, a lot of the parents do have doubles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I got a basketball player who mom be working 15 hours.
Got to too though.
The
Like,
thing
have to
is
work.
she
Oh,
still was up at the school every day, making sure his grades were straight. She made it to every game she could. So those are the type of parents that we do need. Instead of the parents that's just come to a graduation. We ain't seen them none the whole year. You know what I'm saying?
That's just a
Didn't
story
even
of
know
the
that their
culture,
kid
man.
graduated.
That's nuts, bro.
So
That's how I am with my nephew, bro. Like I had when he was going to a school out in Clinton Township, because he in DPS now. But when he was going to a school out in Clinton Township, I had like a relationship with each of his teachers where I need to know what's going on.
got to.
How you doing? What you doing? If he needs something, call me. And that just make him, you know what I'm saying, make sure he on top of his stuff
Exactly.
too. Not trying to get no calls home or nothing like that. He just want to be straight.
Exactly. Because
So,
if
yeah,
they just think
parents definitely
that
have to be involved.
if they just think that it's their teachers and their instructor, and their instructor, that's the only person that's really know about what's going on and that's really gonna be like really the disciplinary, they gonna act out. Of course they gonna act out. But when you're aware that someone in your family, your father, your mother, your uncle, your granddad, your grandmother, knows what's going on and they have a relationship with somebody. That's why I said take a village, man. But again, it's not necessarily the schools or the teacher's job to kind of reach out to the parents. It's the parents' job to want to be involved in their child's upbringing, man. You got to know what's going on. You got to have your parents.
It's like if your
teachers
kid playing football.
Exactly. You want to talk to the coach.
Yeah,
exactly. You don't have to sit in a couple practices. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to get progress reports.
That's what needs to change too, though. A lot of these parents care about the athletics more than the school.
Ooh, we segue. We segue in like a month.
I mean, it is.
Yeah, this wasn't even the topic.
Yeah.
See how that happened?
But I like it.
wasn't even the topic,
though.
bro.
It
As
is.
a coach, bro, I'm not gonna say, but I can tell because this is like I have somebody, not my team, not my school, but I peep at another school that you got this student that's playing basketball all day, every day. He in A, like he's missing his school games to go to the AAU games. So it's just like if you wake up at 6 a.m, right? And then you 12, practice early, like 6 to 7, go to school, you got practice at school, then you got practice after school practice for your AAU team, go home and go to sleep. When you studying? And I'm sure that the kid not setting himself up for that. It's the parent.
Right.
That's 100% agree.
That's crazy.
But to go, move on, like you said, we said that's something else.
Bro, look.
Do
It's
y'all
off topic. Look, I got a
It's
question.
off topic.
Well, I guess it ain't really off
It's
topic.
not off topic.
Look, I'm not going to ask you directly about your school, but this Krack brought this up, and I wish he is here.
Shout
How
out
do
to
y'all
Krack.
feel our history not getting taught no more?
We talk about that all the time.
Check me out. Krack went up to his daughter's school, Snap, seeing there learning about freedom quilts.
Mm-hmm.
Freedom quotes.
Freedom quilts. So it's funny to even like.
I honestly don't even know what that
I
is.
guess like the slave. I never heard about it. I guess the slaves wrote messages and
the
quilts.
quilts,
When they
yeah.
were
Yes.
Underground
Okay.
Railroad or something.
Okay.
Went and researched it, and this is what they learned in the school. That never happened. It's just why can't just the regular history get taught? It's brutal, but it's history.
Yeah.
You learn about World War II. That's brutal as well. But
It's
it
a lot
happened,
of-
you know what I'm
it's
saying?
a
But
lot.
our stuff is getting just snatched completely out.
It's a lot
Like
of
it
stuff.
never happened.
Well, at least when I was going to school in middle school and elementary, as far as history is concerned, that is you don't like that on you, bro.
Well, no, I wasn't
You
talking.
talking.
I mean, I'm not that pretty, bro. I'm not as pretty as you are. You can keep it on you. That wasn't necessarily.
Whoa.
Basically, man,
Whoa.
history is basically governed by the people basically writing it, man. The people who survived, man. The victors. The victors write history, man. You're never going to necessarily see anything taught in any type of curriculum from the losers' point of view or the lesser, basically the lower end of history. You're not going to see that unless you actively search for it. So that hearing about that's crazy because I've never
Can't
heard about
wait till February, and I promise.
Boy.
Woo!
To answer yours,
It's about to be
I feel
nuts
like-
around there.
I feel like you have to take chances with that. Like I feel like if you're going to just do it, you just have to just do it. Like I don't think it's hard, honestly,
to do
So
it
the-
exactly.
set the curriculums for the school year.
Oh no, it's definitely
It's not hard. So it's just like it's really
So
But
it's
again,
like a year for the most part.
Again, all these
Well, maybe not. This math they teaching now is pretty ridiculous.
all these
Boy,
teachers and
listen,
stuff.
did I told you about my test today, bro. I got a 79. I was proud.
Yeah,
bro.
I was proud.
I was
Great,
scared
good
to death. I
business.
knew I
Wow.
failed. And
This new math is
it's
nuts.
ridiculous,
Yeah.
bro.
These
You gotta
teachers
show your
gotta-
work. So if you show the old way,
gotta
you
show
show the
his
old
work.
way, they're gonna be mad.
Because they ain't gonna know how to do it, so it's gonna be wrong. But no, the teachers they're given a course to teach, man. It's not like you're a teacher, you can go in and teach your class. Well, technically you
No,
can,
you can.
but at the same time, it's certain tests, it's standardized tests that these kids gotta learn. You know what I'm saying? You can teach them whatever you want out, like as far as an elective or outside of the general education or curriculum, but at the end of the day, they all have to take the same ACT, SAT. They have to learn these type of things.
I was about to say, and I ain't even gonna hold you up, bro, not to cut you off, but they I feel like that's the problem. I feel like they push, because right now tests are important.
Yeah.
And it's just like
Always.
they are pushing these kids, and they're just like, study for this, study for this, study for this, study for this, and it's just like kids got to have something that like they got to take a break.
Well, the
and
schools
they
get grants and stuff if you do
what I'm
well on these tests, bro.
So
We know what that's about.
problem.
That's
why.
exactly what it is.
I
It's
can't
all
scream.
about money, man.
But
How hard do you think it would be if we
Could get like a after hours like class popping like at your school for like actual life skills.
I mean, my shit,
like
she's
actual history.
open for as long as we come through with a
plan.
we here.
I think we should do that. Come up with a
She's
little
open to
curriculum
every
through the
That would
year
be dope.
and like maybe like once a week.
I ain't gonna lie, like she's
We can
very
do that.
tough, bro. But she shows the love. You know what I'm saying? And she's
what we should
open
do.
to everything. So whatever.
We gotta do what we can.
That's dope.
And then if it do well at this school, we can start sharing it with other schools and really get it popping. So
you heard it here first, man.
Yeah. Shout out to A-Tap.
You heard it here first.
Y'all one of the bombs, man.
Hey,
Rudeness.
but hold on,
Yes,
wait.
Slaps.
Y'all say LeBron,
Mad
right?
Myles. Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on, man. We trying to
Drop them bombs,
we
man.
dropping bombs, man.
Hey, man, we here, man. We gonna be here, man. We can flex a little bit, man.
Trying to learn
Flex on
about
the
it.
town board, man.
Shout out to the forecast. What up, Nelly? What
Yeah,
up, Krack
man.
Diesel?
We ain't talking no bullshit on the podcast, man. We talking
Hey,
real
it
life
ain't gonna
shit,
be all
man.
ignorance on here.
Yeah,
It's
man.
getting scary,
It's
New
like-
York.
These articulated
Detroit.
black men. Articulated black men.
Shout out to
Getting
Jersey.
scary, New York.
Shout out to Chicago.
Yes,
Shout out
sir.
to Miami.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to
Got three.
Vegas. Shout out to Cali.
Ooh.
We got
Miami.
3 black men trying to come up with a life skills
Shout out to
class.
Arizona,
We
Phoenix.
going
What
there,
up?
period. Period. Okay.
getting scared.
Shout out to Houston.
Houston. I
ain't
like
done.
Houston.
What up, Houston?
Okay. Okay.
What up, Virginia? I got
Virginia.
people
Who's
everywhere.
live in
What?
Virginia?
Clips.
Okay.
Pusher.
Okay.
Nigga, Pusher.
If you want to crown them, then crown their ass.
Soundboard is
Okay,
fucking
listen.
great.
All right, what's
What's up?
next
Hold
on
on,
the
we ain't even.
itinerary?
We still on the
man?
same thing, but the thing is,
Okay.
Yeah,
do
let's
y'all
go
feel
to it.
like
Let's go
people
to it.
and other celebrities should step up?
Period. These niggas suck. They
I ain't gonna say
trash,
that.
bro.
I feel like a lot
No,
of people
fuck
get
that.
slept on, bro.
These niggas, look.
Again,
bro.
go back to Jalen Rose. Jalen Rose been doing this shit, but because
Yes.
he not LeBron, it's like, oh, whatever. And then
Yeah.
But ain't nobody sleeping. His school
No.
is good.
a lot of people
They got
hold
what,
at school, though,
100%
bro.
graduation
A
rate,
lot of
right?
people hold at school, bro. But the thing is, it go back to us not
Detroit
shitting on
shit.
each other, bro. This
I
is Detroit
agree.
shit.
I agree.
We have to stop shitting on each other, bro.
And-
Period.
Ooh, that's a whole nother topic, man.
I only
Period.
hope. I
It's
only
crabs
hope
in a
and
bucket,
pray.
man. Crabs in a fucking
I
bucket.
only hope and pray that people follow suit with what LeBron doing
I don't
and
see
just
it, bro.
want to
That's what I'm saying.
More.
This shit is revolutionary.
Fuck, don't give
Wait,
me
wait,
no
wait,
money.
wait. What
Don't
about
give me no fucking money, man.
what about Jay giving the water to Africa?
Wait, what?
Jay-Z taking water to Africa. What was that?
I
It
didn't
was
hear
like,
about it, but that's live.
Yeah, I didn't hear about that.
oh
shit
no, he had a whole
neither.
documentary about it.
What, they didn't have water?
Guess I'm not
and
keeping
he,
up.
He made it happen. Got them good part, you know.
Did he bring like bottled water or did
No,
he
he
like...
got the pipes and everything
Okay,
fixed.
that's
Hold on,
bad.
hold on, Mad Myles.
Try to play the bottle.
Akon.
Hey,
Shout out to
yes.
Akon.
Shout out to my
Amen.
nigga AK, man.
more
AK
bombs.
all day, man.
Akon.
Fucking bomb.
Yo, that nigga
This
is...
man is starting his
What up,
own
T-Roy?
fucking... Listen, his own fucking
T'Challa. That
currency,
nigga's
dog.
T'Challa.
Yes, period. No,
Facts.
man, fuck that. That nigga killed Mugger, bro. That nigga is starting his own fucking currency for the culture, bro. He's not... for the...
The fuck? If y'all niggas try to big up this nigga Killmonger one more time,
That nigga had a bro, but you can't deny that nigga.
Jesus.
Listen, that's a whole other thing too.
Bro,
Just
we
because
gotta-
that nigga had a plan,
just because
dog.
I related to that nigga, but
That
he
nigga
was
had-
still crazy.
How?
Y'all gotta
He was
cut
out
it
his
out.
shit, though, yeah.
He was out
How?
his fucking mind,
He shot
bro.
his bitch.
He
He
was
shot
wanted
his
to murder.
bitch, bro.
He did.
He shot
Bro,
his bitch, bro.
he was out his fucking
Okay.
mind in the comic books. and he
Yeah,
was out
you're
his
right.
motherfucking mind in the movie.
You're right.
Yeah, I related to him. That
But-
ain't a fucking good thing.
That's just like me. I went through the same shit that nigga went through, except for seeing my pops get killed. But do that mean like I'm just about to trip and just
Just
get
go
to killing
crazy, just
niggas?
kill everybody. Yeah.
Just mark my body up.
Let's
and
start
just-
war. Let's start war with the world. Fucking genocide.
I'm just saying,
come on,
man.
his shit was crazy, but he had valid reasoning in thinking what he
Baby
did.
Thanos.
That's all. You know what I'm saying? He just wanted to further his people. That's
Had
all.
Good reason,
So look,
too.
what
Thanos
about-
had good reasoning too.
Wait,
Which was weird.
wait, bro, y'all are.
Which was weird.
Bro, y'all are.
we are.
Go ahead.
We gonna talk about that Thanos shit,
What
man.
about Ali?
Great.
What about Ali?
What about him? He was great. That's
Why
why.
he went to jail because of what?
Hold on, bro. Now
Trying
you
to
testing
speak
my
out.
knowledge off this Henny.
Right.
He went to
Alright,
jail
let's calm
because
down. Let's calm down. Now you trying to test my knowledge off this Henny.
Oh, we got Henny Slaps in the building. Drop
Oh,
the
Henny,
bomb.
drop the clues, Miles. Somebody nigga Henny slaps.
Damn,
We ain't got Buffy slaps, and we ain't got Buffy Miles. In
Yo.
here, man, niggas would be too bougie for that, but we definitely got Henny.
Niggas be in the
Henny
2K
Miles.
chat talking about Henny slaps.
I'm just saying. I feel like it's a
don't
lot
know.
of people that that's athletes, that's celebrities that do shit for the culture. Like Ali took a big stand. You feel me? He ain't go to the war because it was against his religion.
He was great for the culture.
You know what I'm
bro.
saying?
We
He
need more
fought for the
like
people. He believed in the people. He was out in them crowds with no security. People sleep on that shit too, bro. It take a lot for you to be a celebrity to really just be like, I'm here with nothing. Jada kissing them be, you know what I'm saying? It's a
Shit,
lot of
bro.
low key
Hey.
niggas that do shit.
Nigga, Cole was in Ferguson with no security.
You hear me?
Y'all gotta.
Out there.
I know y'all not.
While
Well,
they were.
we on
Wow.
that topic.
While it was going.
My nigga, and this is one of the reasons why he one of my favorite artists, other than the fact that he's definitely lyrical to me. Chance the Rapper, man. He's that nigga is
Stop laughing,
just-
bro. I like Chance, bro.
Chance the Rapper. You don't like Chance?
No, I like
It's not me. I'm just going
No,
off
he
the
laughing
top,
because, bro, I don't care for Chance's music,
Really?
but I'm not saying it's bad music.
Really?
Shouts to Krack. Thank God this nigga ain't here.
He don't
He
like
said that nigga's trash, but Krack is one of the most lyrical niggas you might come across. You
Okay.
gotta hear him.
I would like to hear.
I'm
He
gonna
one of
have
my
to pass
favorites,
some
for
of your
sure.
music. Yeah, that's like Miles.
It's just his
But-
flow so different, man. When he
That's
approached
a
the mic, man, he don't flow like
It's not my cup
nobody
of
else.
tea.
Nobody else
Not my
Right.
cup of tea,
flows
but I
with the
love him
beat
for the
like his
culture,
dude,
but it's
man.
not my cup
Nobody
of tea,
else
bro.
does, man. And that's just I feel like that's just so I like that shit, man.
My bad, bro. Let's call out some celebrities that should do for the culture, though. There's a lot of people that
Jordan.
got that cheap.
Fucking Jordan.
Leor.
Jordan. Jordan.
Come on, man.
Yeah, Jordan.
Jordan got camps.
Cali,
bro.
you fucking
Jordan
bitch.
actually take care of a lot of athletes, bro.
Bro, I don't want to
Like who?
hear that shit,
He
bro.
do, bro.
He take
Like,
care of athletes.
I don't want to
Like,
hear that
the
shit, bro.
younger at like
I'm
kid
saying, but
athletes.
you got
so-
athletes that's
How many
about to make
fucking-
millions,
how many
bro.
fucking times
You not
did
taking.
we have to leave the mall in high school strapped
to go. Yeah.
or 20 deep to get a pair of fucking shoes?
Don't make me the bad guy on this topic.
Come on, man.
It's.
I gotta
no,
fucking lead him,
Oh,
bro.
man.
hey, T-Ross say Floyd Mayweather.
Man,
That's
fuck
a
Floyd.
that's a good one though.
That
that
is a
nigga's
good
a
one.
bitch.
That's a good one, bro.
That's probably the
Straight
top
out to
grossing
T-Roy.
athlete
Straight.
in the
And you
world.
know what? It wasn't until this
Shout out to
nigga
T-Rock with
Charlamagne
that
said
one.
something about Floyd, and I'm like, man, I don't know how the fuck I sit up here and support this nigga fights all the time, and he's a
agree.
piece of shit.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. First
Somebody
of all,
brings up the Me Too movement to you, nigga, and you sit up there and start talking about, you talking about if I got a band, Me Too. Are you talking about, bitch?
it's not.
The fuck is wrong
And
with
not
you?
even just that, bro. He's a whore. Like as far as a role model is concerned, the nigga can't read, bro. Like if you're not gonna learn how to read for yourself, nigga. Learn how to read for the kids. learn how to read for the kids that's looking up to you. You're making.
Need that bitch right there. This
Yes.
nigga went double on
Listen,
that nigga.
you need to learn how to read for your fans. Set a good. You're one of the highest paid black athletes in the world, bro.
Damn, these niggas
There's
really
no
suck.
reason. You're telling these kids growing up that you can fight in these streets. You can be a dog ass fighter, be a professional fighter, not go to school and still earn these That's not a good. I don't care how much money you make, bro.
I'm gonna just kick it
Gotta
like this,
set
bro.
a good message,
Y'all
bro.
gotta think about it. We just had a book bag drive for the homeless, right? And we ain't got shit.
We do shit all the
We
time.
do shit all the time.
Always thinking
with
about doing
nothing.
some shit.
So you telling me somebody like Nicki Minaj can't do some shit?
Oh, my
You telling me
You can
niggas like Floyd?
Floyd making
Everybody
these.
can't come up here.
These niggas, everybody can't come up
Everybody
here,
can't,
man.
man. Everybody
These niggas
definitely
trash.
But y'all
man.
steady
You can
buying their
take.
tickets that's over $100.
And that's what I don't. And that's what I
loving
don't
that
like,
shit.
man. People buying and
They
supporting
make
these
good
people.
music.
All these fights, and I don't knock people, man.
I
People like
will
to be
say,
entertained, man.
niggas
Yeah, that's
are
what it is.
starting
People-
to cancel niggas. We
Niggas-
starting to get somewhere.
People like being entertained,
starting to get
and
somewhere.
this kind of ties into the NFL shit too, man.
oh,
People
man.
grew up off that shit.
Let's go
People
into
like,
it.
Let's go into it, man.
Let's go into
People
it.
like that shit. People, I'm gonna be honest with you, man.
Let's
Even
try-
that
I got
Madden
snapped
shit,
on
man. People is not going to stop. I don't give a
Man,
fuck
fuck
what you
y'all,
say.
bro. I
People
said
is
that
not
shit in
going
the
to stop
chat today.
watching
Y'all
that
ain't say
shit, bro.
shit. Fuck y'all.
Niggas is not going to stop watching. Period. Only because niggas swear they are. You know what I'm saying? They for the culture. Yeah, that's some more ass shit. Donald Trump on some bullshit. Yeah, that's some more ass shit. What they doing in my nigga Cap. Blah blah blah. Yeah, you know they protest. Yeah, that's some bullshit. Blah blah blah. Sundays, Mondays, Thursday, these niggas gonna be tuned the fuck in.
I ain't watched that shit
swear to
last
God,
year.
bro.
I'm not watching it.
They're
this
gonna
year.
be tuned the fuck in, bro. And it's crazy because they're kind of used to it, man. They kind of just like, you know, oh, okay, my shit ain't gonna matter. Shit, I'm gonna just watch this game because shit, what my view gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
And that's the fucking thing.
Yeah.
And that's the reason we got this nigga Trump in fucking office. Because it's always
exactly.
you
My
always
shit
think
don't
you're
matter.
by yourself, but it's a million other people that's thinking the same way.
But I ain't even gonna hold you
black
up,
people.
bro.
Years, bro.
You can't bring black people together.
But this NFL shit, bro.
What?
First game of the season, both teams sit out. NFL gonna lose.
Oh, you know how much money they're gonna lose?
Damn, just it's so easy for
Bro,
you to do.
do you know how much
they gonna do
money
the
the
replacements?
league
Yeah,
will
it's
lose
so easy.
if a nationally televised game, both teams doesn't shut in.
Wait for
and
that
does
hype
not
ass
play.
Monday night football joints, bro.
Oh
Nigga, we ain't coming out.
my God, bro. That shit is gonna that shit is just gonna throw at that point. I think it's gonna take something like that for these owners and these people to be like, okay, yeah, let's let these niggas kneel, okay? Because at this point, I ain't trying to have my paycheck cut. You feel me? Let these niggas kneel so we can move the fuck on.
Hey,
You
shout
feel me?
out to Rudeness,
Let's
dog.
move the fuck on. I'm not trying to lose my money.
Dak Prescott, you a
Hey
bitch.
man, fuck that nigga, man.
He's a
Uncle
tool.
Tom, don't trust them niggas.
I do want to give a shout out to Big Sean though. Big Sean was on that shit.
Oh yeah, he addressed that shit. He addressed that
when
shit.
they took Cap name off the shit.
I wouldn't have noticed
He
that
cut
shit.
straight to the point, like, hey,
Look, man.
He tagged them niggas too. He said NFL.
go back to the
and-
last shit.
I'm not gonna get started on a Big Sean conversation.
Here we go,
Oh,
man.
shit.
What you got to say,
Go,
man?
bro.
Nope. Detroit
That's what
will
we
be-
here for.
Detroit will be pissed.
Fuck you. Say what you got to say.
What?
Do he do enough?
Bro, he did the shit that cast. He's
That's
trying
the
to get
question.
the theaters. I feel like he doing all right.
What the question? Well, let
Could
me
he
ask
do
you,
more?
Let me ask you this:
Probably.
Could he do more?
Talking about
Yes,
for-
but
talking
what
about
is
for
he
the
not
community. You talking
doing?
about movie theaters? Well, fuck yeah! If I
Didn't
got
he
some money,
upgrade
I'm gonna make
Cass?
some- I'm gonna make some shit that make.
What-
Okay, did Cass need that shit? And I went there. Did we need it?
No.
Okay. What the fuck about all the other schools?
What should he be doing?
Bro, they don't give a fuck. All right, so
What
listen.
would you do?
Wait, all right, wait. So now we going back.
Yeah,
I would-
That's it. There we go.
Hey, listen.
That's all.
I went to McKenzie,
right?
right? I went to McKenzie.
Facts.
Jerome Bettis just cashed out. Guess what they did the next year?
Close that bitch
Close
down.
that bitch down.
Yeah, he closed that bitch down.
You gotta think about it. Why would Sean put some money in some schools that they closing down?
Tax write-offs, nigga.
I mean, I'm a shit out. But
Fuck, they ain't
shit.
missing no money, nigga.
And you ain't
Like,
even necessarily. It ain't.
I'm not. Look, don't get me wrong. What Sean
No, Sean
doing?
big Sean,
Cool,
dog.
nigga. Do more.
It ain't always got to be about schools either. You don't necessarily
What
have
do
to
M
just
do?
invest in school. You can get an after-school program.
Glad you asked.
Yes, yes.
A whole
Uh,
fucking lot.
Yes.
A whole lot. He don't like his name being out there,
I
but a lot of
understand
shit.
that. Okay,
a lot
so
of shit
learn
around
me
the
today.
city.
Learn me today.
Well, bitch,
Learn me today.
Okay.
Pull it on.
But let me. Why he doing that?
Let's pull it up.
Is you don't necessarily have to put your money into schools, man. You can put your money into these recreational centers. You can put your money in things like public transportation. You can do shit like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different avenues that'll help out the general public. You know what I'm saying? Kind of help the community get better. You can throw fundraisers and shit like that. Like, you know, the little, like you said, the little shit that we do, and we broke as fuck, nigga. We three niggas,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying, making a little bit over minimum wage. You know what I'm saying? These niggas making millions,
Bro,
bro.
we done seen.
No, seriously, you really
Hold on,
think
can
M
I
ain't been
put-
doing shit?
I mean, I don't know, but that's
No,
one
he
thing.
acquired.
It's a lot of people that do shit though. That's what I'm
Shit,
saying. That
1%.
they don't really, they don't put them out there for real for doing the shit. So
Well,
I'm
I
not
knew
just
he
gonna
did. 'Cause that's
go
like one of my
crazy and be
favorite
like,
artists. So I
LeBron,
couldn't
the
be out
only
here.
nigga that's doing something. It's just LeBron is very mainstream.
I would.
So it's like he's
have
going to push
have
that
to agree
shit.
with that.
You feel me? It's a lot of people that do shit. You can't sit here and tell me that Jordan don't just never did shit.
We can look at that nigga resume for sure. It's not touching M shit. It's not touching M shit. M. Marshall Mathers Foundation, bro.
I feel like if
You
you
for
gonna
at risk
you gonna
youth
chat,
in Detroit.
if you're gonna come out with the same shoe every other year,
Bro,
and you gonna tax these
y'all
niggas.
acting like that's Jordan
You
that's
need
just
to
doing
put-
that. Though,
No,
bro.
I
Let's
just
be
wish,
real.
dog, just, bro,
Like,
get
yes,
your
he
ass.
can go in there and be like,
get
hey, yo,
your
y'all
ass.
taxing too
But
much.
behind the podium, and
Bro,
say
get
something.
your ass on CNN.
So let me ask a question.
Hey,
Why
niggas,
niggas not going crazy on Nike then?
Hold on.
Because that's who's doing the shit.
Cause we putting the
Hold
name
on.
to it. We putting the brand to a
Fuck
face.
y'all.
We putting the
Hold
brand
it
to a
down.
face. We putting Jordan to fucking Jordan. We
Hold
can't
it
put
down.
a nigga in front of fucking Nike. We can't do that. We putting Jordan in front of his brand. He has a
Everybody
brand.
hold
He's
it
making
down.
money.
Hold it down.
Fuck you.
Hold it down. Just get on fucking TV and just at least ask niggas to stop killing each other over your shoes, my
I
nigga.
agree.
You ain't saying shit.
I agree. I definitely agree.
Yeah, that's true.
I agree.
God, just fucking something. Just, bro, at that point, I would just make enough Jordans for everybody.
I guarantee
and
you,
make them reasonably priced.
he not gonna do
My
that.
nigga,
But I
he
guarantee
not.
you,
But why not?
I guarantee you, what's gonna happen if
Because you a bitch,
if
Jordan.
he did say that.
Because you a bitch.
If he got on
That nigga
national
the
television and he said, if there is another incident, I'm canceling whatever shoe that came out. It will never be another. I guarantee you that should be world fucking peace.
Period.
Nigga.
Just do it.
If there's
Just
an incident
make
when my
enough.
shoes drop, that shoe will never be released.
Just make enough. Sometimes it ain't even about the price of the Jordans. It's just like, my nigga, it's just not enough.
That's how you make them
All right.
exclusive, though. It's
We-
all about marketing.
We
Fuck
gonna-
that.
That's why people
Wait,
pay
wait,
as
wait.
much as they do for the same shoe.
Make a few exclusive,
So,
like here and there, my nigga.
What
Like
about
special
phones?
editions.
LeBron shit high. I want to shout out Kyrie, though.
I don't know nobody
Because
got
listen,
shot over
my
some
nigga
fucking
Kyrie
LeBron.
dropping some shit for real. And his shit only like 120. He keeping that shit low.
Who, Kyrie?
Yeah. And
Paul
he
George
dropping-
shit is nice too, and it's not
Listen,
expensive.
him and Paul George dropping shit for the kids.
Fuck
And
Paul
I-
George
fuck
shit.
Whoa.
Couldn't get my hands on the PlayStation joints because
Hey,
he
that's your
made them
fault.
All right.
exclusive.
So it's
Hey,
fuck him
yo.
because you was a day
Right.
late and a dollar
Fuck-
short.
hey, but-
bitch,
hey.
I wasn't $1 short.
One
One day late. I was right there, nigga.
You gotta
Not
be right
enough
there
cash.
sooner.
Never lost.
You gotta be quicker than that.
No. That fucking app. This
We
shoe
gonna
game
move on,
fucked
though,
up. They
bro.
want us to kill each other over them bitches.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
can we play some music real quick, bro?
Can we talk about why you playing
Oh.
that music, man? I really,
Shit.
really, we probably need to say this for another episode, man. But I really want to get into the Nike bait truck in Chicago that they put. I don't know if y'all heard about it, but basically the police set up a sting, left a Nike truck full of Jordans in there, and basically just put it in the hood, and basically just
Let niggas go crazy.
exactly. It's two
Things
things
on the list of topics because I got to research that. Some
Yeah, that's some shit right there.
We
I
definitely
ain't
got to
hip on
talk
that.
about it because I'm both ways on it.
Cause it's like, nigga,
On one
I
side,
know
Shoes
this.
on it.
Yes,
My
it
nigga,
is, bro,
I'm
'cause it's
30,
like, wait a
if I
minute.
walk past some shit like that,
Listen,
I'm taking
bro.
some shoes.
A lot of them don't really understand what the fuck be going on in these hoods, bro. So you got a guy that's like, all right, I'm about to drop this off and help the community. No, bitch, you about to start a riot around this bitch and get niggas robbed. But he thinking he doing a good deed. We like this a fucking lit.
That's what it was. I thought it was like the cops like trying to see if they could steal.
Yes, the cops.
Oh,
it was a bait truck.
Bait truck.
I didn't
It was
hear
a bait
cop,
truck.
my
Yep.
bad.
So it was set by the cops, and they baited people. Now again, on both ways because on one hand, walk the fuck away. It's a fucking crime, my nigga. If you would have never touched the fucking truck, it would have never been in the news.
I'm
You would have
hitting
never
that
heard
bitch.
shit about it.
I'm hitting that bitch.
But on the other hand,
I know you got to play devil's advocate with that.
on the other hand, that's some whole ass
no, I'm
shit
saying-
because you putting these bitches in disenfranchised communities and poor communities, and you know it's a common
setup.
yes, you know it. These people are not making enough to sustain
It's some whole ass
themselves.
shit, bro.
You're putting this money. It's basically a truck full of fucking money that you're putting here, and you're baiting these people that
'Cause
can't
that's just
afford
like-
to live.
that's like a
Inviting-
green truck.
That's like
That's
inviting-
entrapment.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
entrapment.
Well, that's like inviting somebody who's like trying to go through AA to this podcast today, and we in this bitch turning up off of hand and shit. That's
Exactly.
fucked up.
Exactly.
sold.
It's entrapment.
I'm
So we gonna
sober.
tell that nigga, man, you shouldn't have relapsed, nigga. You know where this took you. You know where this took you.
You had a
Like,
choice, nigga.
come on, yeah. Like,
You
damn.
had a choice to turn this cup. I put your lips down, nigga.
That's fucked up, bro.
Oh man, but yeah, man.
We all agree that celebrities in general, you said
Oh,
in general,
yes.
don't put a race on it. Fuck, bro. The older I get,
The more you saying fuck Jordan.
man, the more I'm saying
So
fuck white
listen.
folk.
I want y'all to comment. Call out all the celebrities. You feel me? That y'all feel like that's not doing
Yes.
shit for us.
Call out the celebrities.
Shout out to all the
T-Raw.
celebrities
Shout out
that y'all think that's doing enough for us.
And name what the fuck they doing, because I don't want to hear just like, oh, my nigga Beyonce doing a lot for the community. That bitch ain't did shit. That's another story. What she do? What she do?
Man, y'all niggas
What she do?
Look, I read
What
up
she
on
do?
people I really fuck with.
Talk to me.
Bro.
Man, we moving on. We'll talk about
Okay.
Beyonce
I mean,
next
y'all
week.
pull, hey, bro.
But
she
listen.
do some shit for
Go
sure.
ahead, man.
Make sure y'all comment. Shout out to T-Raw for giving us Floyd,
Mhm.
because that was a great one.
That was a good one.
I ain't never
completely
heard
forget
Floyd
about
doing
Floyd.
shit. All Floyd do is get them niggas to come be
Go to the
better
strip
boxers.
club. Exactly.
Floyd don't do shit.
All right. What's
Let's get some
this
music, bro,
nigga,
real
dog.
quick. While I pull up this
Yeah,
other
man.
shit, bro.
Let's listen to some. Who we got, man? Who we got you pulling up, man?
Well, we can't play nobody that's gonna not get us posted on.
All right,
iTunes,
fuck it. Well, we
so
gonna
let's
move
see what
on
we
then.
got.
Nigga said, "Fuck that, y'all ain't about to fuck with ours."
We got an hour left. Let's talk about these cop killings.
Oh yes.
Who's the
Let's
last
get
one?
into it.
Who's the last one? There's so
Real
many,
talk.
bro.
Let's get into it. Oh, I wish my
All
phone
right,
was
so
charged for
one,
this.
I'm
gonna
gonna just
go
say
live.
that
Go ahead. What was,
y'all
the last,
really
what was the last one
need
you
to,
saw? Because it's probably all different shit. What was the last one you saw?
Honestly, bro,
I'm gonna just say this. I feel like a lot of people are missing the point of Cap shit, bro. Like, this is his fucking reason. Like, everybody want to just keep talking about, hey, I'm not doing. Like,
I disagree
it
with
don't
you.
have nothing to do.
I
with me?
disagree with you. Yes,
Okay.
and the reason why I disagree with you is because I don't think that they're missing the point. I believe it's the exact opposite. I believe that they know exactly
Yeah.
what the point
They pushing that
is,
shit. They don't give a
and
fuck.
they're trying to cover it or mask it with him portraying him to address or it to be about something else. Oh, he's doing it because he's disrespecting the flag, or he's doing it because he don't support the troops, or he's doing it, to kind of to fuck up the game of the league. You're supposed to chant that's disrespect, this, that, and the third. My man's just I can understand if he did the Randy Moss, fake like he was pulled down in his pants and mooned the fucking flag, or throwing the middle finger up, or turning his back to the motherfucker. This man took that's probably the most modest,
Do all that.
seldom thing.
Do all that.
That's probably the bottom seldom
Shit
thing
on
that
it.
a nigga
Shit
can
on it.
do.
Shit on
And
it.
y'all, and it's causing this much backlash, bro.
Hey, matter of fact,
You do that in practice. You take a knee. This is not something that's not outside of the game of the NFL. He's not doing nothing that's outlandish. This man simply took a fucking knee.
And the wild
hey,
thing
can you
is
drop a
that
bomb
he's
for Randy Moss though? Y'all ain't see his tie?
Oh, Randy
Oh
Moss.
yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
It got scary.
Yeah, they didn't like that. I'm surprised they didn't cut that out.
Scary.
I'm surprised they didn't cut that out. Like, I'm surprised they didn't tell them to button that shit up.
Look though, the crazy thing, this nigga
Excuse
is
me, sir. Button this shit
Button
up.
that shit up. Excuse me.
This nigga is kneeling for people who aren't even in his position. He kneeling for like niggas like us. We not in his tax bracket or anything, and niggas don't even care. That's the fucked up thing. And it's like, and niggas not gonna care until it really hit close to home, nigga. That's when it's gonna be something. Like, look, it's almost like
It's always like that.
it's
though,
almost
bro.
like, bro, with certain niggas, it's like that.
A lot of
Bro,
niggas.
it's like a nigga hopped out the car. The last one I saw, a nigga hopped out the car and was running away from the cops and got shot. It's almost like these niggas are being taught to pull the
shoot
trigger.
first, bro.
And they either being taught that or they're just scared, so they pulling the trigger. This nigga, if this nigga was armed, he's running away from you. So at that point, you don't really have any trouble. So that's like a nigga coming to your house trying to rob your crib. You got the shotty right there on that nigga, and he runs the fuck away. You don't have a problem right then and there. You might have a problem later, but I think that nigga might not come back to your house.
After he realizes
After
you got a
realize
fucking
you got a
12
shotty
gauge.
in
Yeah,
there.
that's
No. This nigga running away and you just shoot this nigga repeatedly. They don't even one shot a nigga. They bow.
they don't tell him to stop.
It's
Put your
always
hands up.
10 shot 10 times. 10 times. They ain't stop at the
Shots
one. Like,
fired.
what's
Shots
going on?
fired.
Y'all
Did
know
you
what
see
else I
anything
think
else?
is
So
going on?
fucked
It ain't
up,
even
bro.
what I think is. I feel like I know this would be going on. I feel like you got the racist cops mixed with the scared cops, and the the racist cops, egging them scary ass niggas to go on, and then as soon as I move
Scariest
on,
nigga, bro.
the scary nigga get the shooting first.
A nigga who done shot a gun
it be the
before
niggas that's scared as fuck.
ain't
bro.
as scary as a nigga standing in front of you with a
Scared
gun
for his
that's
life.
scared for his
And a
life.
lot of these cops be scared.
that bitch
bro.
gonna slip, nigga.
You got to think about it, bro. If I'm this, guy that's not black, that don't live in these urban neighborhoods, and I'm hearing all these stories about what's going on. I'm gonna be scared as shit.
Exactly. You're gonna be on your defense.
I'm gonna be ready, bro.
You're gonna walk up to a car. It's got tail light out, but he banging all
really
this shit.
like
You smelling weed.
Where they like fuck a taser.
2 niggas in the car. They got on do-rags. You already know. You got your hand on your gun. You ain't even telling them. You ain't even knocked on the window.
The only
yet.
question I be having, bro, is like when you get these crazy ass white guys that get to shooting churches up and killing people, and they don't even
getting
touch
walked
them.
out. Getting
So
walked
my
out
thing
the
is,
church
what is
With the
difference,
2 for
bro?
$6
Getting walked out
Whoppers.
Getting
They get
walked
stopped
out.
at Burger King for the
I heard about.
Whoppers.
I don't think it's actually true.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. Facts.
And they hid if he. I don't even know if he out or not.
Facts.
You know how the trials used to be like, oh, such and such got 10 years, boom. You don't hear shit about none of these.
I don't
niggas.
think they did the trial yet. How long is this ago? 2 years ago? A year ago?
Wow,
Year and a half ago?
absolutely.
Let me say this. Let me say
I'm gonna
this,
start
man.
looking up shit heavy though.
Let me. I do want to touch bases on this before we leave on this topic, man. We are talking about cops. I want to be clear. We're not talking about all cops. My father was a cop, man. Retired DPD.
Shout out to the good cops out there.
Yes, please. And that's what I want to touch on. There are some decent, good cops. When I tell you,
Facts.
I've been let off, and not just by black dudes, by white cops too. I've been doing 10, 15, 20 miles over the speed limit.
They let me go.
Man, just make sure you get home safe, man. White dude. White is all day. Got the cut, got the buzz cut, everything like that. I knew I was going to jail. He done tapped my hood twice. All right, sit tight. I knew I was going to jail. Once you get hit with the sit tight, tap, nigga, you getting a ticket or going to jail. Period.
I only had like 2
Cop ain't
bad.
never did shit good for me, but I know it's good cops out there. But let's go. What? Name some shit.
No, I'm saying, but again,
Nothing. But I know it's good cops out there.
Remember the car broke down? Yours on the highway. They got us a tow truck. You know, they was trying to help us and shit.
No, don't remember that. Refresh my memory.
Never mind.
Yikes.
Let's move on.
listen, man. All I'm
don't
saying
remember
is,
Yes,
man,
bro.
these
That's
cops,
the gold car.
these
That's
cops
his fucking
is
job.
getting such a bad.
He could have just lynched us. Shit. Fuck. Call back up.
Might have wanted
got
to,
it popping, nigga. Shit.
I'm
Look,
just
bro.
saying, man. Everybody got such this bad stigmata on cops, but let a nigga break in their house, man. Let a nigga break in their house. Let a nigga break in their car.
Flex bomb,
Let a nigga
stigmata.
steal some shit, man. These niggas got these bad stigmata on, man. And it's the police, the first person that they call, man. It's either you love cops or you willing to work. I mean, it's either you hate them or they just
When the
being
last time you called the
misrepresented,
cops
man.
for some shit?
At my crib.
You
When
lucky you ain't go to jail.
No, hey, let's take it there then. So listen, let me tell you this shit.
Oh, lucky you ain't go to jail.
Spooky
bro.
was with me on this shit too, bro.
Wait, what was this?
This at my crib in Oak
Spooky?
Park, bro. So listen, Spooky was with me.
Uh-oh.
Me and him at the crib, right? I go to the store. It's like 3 minutes. I pull up to my crib, police on me. Get the fuck out the car, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, the fuck, nigga, this my crib.
You must have been black.
Of course.
Okay.
I ain't light skinned, never mind. But apparently, niggas tried to rob my sister. So my question is, if I'm telling you this my crib, relax, and you still trying to pull a gun out on me, and my sister got robbed, what makes you think that if I tried to rob her, I will come back to where the fuck I was at? Don't make sense, right?
You have
So
a point.
then I'm getting out. Get the fuck in the, like, they just tripping, going ham. Spooky like, bro, chill. And I'm just like, fuck that. Because
It's a
once
good
I
story.
found out that my sister got robbed, I'm already on tip. And they continuously just going crazy and they ain't even giving a fuck where I'm coming from. Because the first thing I said, nigga, if your fucking sister got robbed, what you gonna be doing? Tripping.
Easy.
Tripping.
Facts.
You feel me?
Easy.
So if the whole house out there like, this is his house, chill, y'all still on tip trying to, but again, it took another cop, a different race to come and try and calm me down. And once I'm cool.
Last time I called the cops,
But I will never call their ass again.
I went to jail for the night. Last time I called the cops.
Last time you called the cops.
Last time I called the cops, nigga.
What?
All right, now can't go into grave detail about the story. All right, because timelines and things like that may not add up properly. So we can't say details on what it was about or anything like that. But I called them. They come in there. They get the search in the place. Like, what are y'all doing? I didn't call y'all for this. And there's nothing even in here.
We called because we needed help.
Yeah, I said there's nothing even in here.
Did you like,
relax.
excuse me, sir, I called you.
Yeah. He like, settle down.
Oh.
So I settled. Period.
Simmer down.
I'm
Period.
gonna listen.
So I settle. And I'm like, bro, y'all can't do this, bro. Y'all like checking the house. I called y'all, so now I'm getting like agitated. He said, what? Did Michigan State education tell you that? Because I got my degree on.
wow.
I'm like, what you
We need
jealous
some
of?
shots on that one.
Hey,
Not one of them.
I'm like, damn. So look at the combo breaker.
So look, that pissed me off.
So I get to going crazy, like, bitch. Fucking Pierre called you. Yap, going off. Them niggas took me in for the night.
Yes, you need to settle down.
I really, I'm
what's
really,
up?
no,
You
no,
need
no,
to
no, no,
settle
no.
down, sir.
I'm really curious on why. What was the reason that you called? I mean, I'm just saying, but you gotta understand.
He clearly just said we're not gonna talk.
Hey,
about
I
it.
mean, I'm curious.
shouts
man.
to everybody watching live. Stink was good.
It's
Hold on,
just,
bro.
that's
My
another
nigga
story.
told
My nigga Stink in the
Goes
building.
back,
Say what's
though.
up. Hey,
No.
what's popping?
Forecast.
Tell your
man.
team, holla at my team on that court.
Ooh.
You hear
On
me?
my
Tell your
court.
coach stop playing.
Ooh, tell them stop playing. Stink.
Oh, that's in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But
My
yeah,
5
man.
against y'all 12.
Well, basically, the premise is, this is just my opinion, man. I think they get a bad rap, which is
Your
justified,
dad was one.
definitely justified. And it's not just in my bias because of him. Just because I've had not all, but certain good encounters with police officers,
You
and
right,
I've
you
seen
right,
them.
man. My dad was like a crackhead, and I ain't pulling for them, so I feel you. So you're not biased.
What?
Right. Combo breaker.
Nigga.
No, that's a what? Song code. Bro.
Yeah.
Nah, you know
Yes,
what?
it is, bro.
Combo breaker.
No, bro.
But yeah, anyway, long story short,
I can tell you
man,
this
my
shit.
man's Cap, basically, man, he's not. He was given the idea by a troop, man, by someone that was actively in the military of how to protest in a respectable manner, so he wasn't disrespecting the flag. And that particular military personnel told him to just to just take a knee. You know what I'm saying? So
Do you
when he
blame
did this-
people for like protesting disrespectfully? Though it's a lot of anger that we got built.
It
up.
is a lot of anger, and my thing is, if it was on the opposite, I always try to put the shoe on the other foot, man. I always try to feel like if it was, and it's just, and if it was our race,
the right shoe don't go on
or-
the left foot. Just remember
you
that.
right, but you can try it on, you can accidentally put it on, see how I feel.
Facts, man. The right shoe can never go on the
Well,
left.
here we go, man. But yeah, man. But it's just, I just can't see where people coming from with that, man. As far as getting so angry, man. Maybe they got other family members in the military, and that's completely understandable. But at the same time, I can't see disrespecting in a person being in a submissive gesture, just trying to create awareness, man. That's all he doing. He not jumping behind these podiums and saying, fuck the police, black power, fuck all this, this, that, and the third. This man is simply
But do that
taking
if
a
y'all
knee,
feel
man.
the need to do that. Do that shit.
I honestly feel like we need to do something because this shit is just they finding people
All
for
right,
this shit.
so
Nah,
question
man,
then.
that shit
How
crazy.
do we get, if y'all feel like y'all don't trust the cops, how do we get people we trust to be police officers?
This shit not gonna
Maybe
happen
that will
because
help.
the people I
You know what
trust
I'm
is
saying?
black.
So let's
trying to
start
be no
getting
cop
these
in
African
Detroit,
Americans to be cops then.
Hey, trying to be no cop.
I ain't
But
trying
then
to
you
be
gonna
no-
get that cop that's gonna let everything slide
You
because
ain't
that's his
trying to-
cousin.
You ain't
Facts. I'm gonna be
Then what?
be a dirty cop, bro. That's not my profession.
yeah.
It's not. I'm gonna be honest with
I
you.
feel like it's
these
gonna be a
niggas,
problem
bro.
we gonna have
Honest,
for a
bro.
minute, bro.
Sit up
Honestly,
here.
shit.
You talking about the bag in, and we. Oh, I guess we
Talking
just
about
found
the
this
bag
bag
in.
together.
Listen, period.
And I'm just saying how I'm gonna
What's
be.
wrong
So-
with niggas today, man?
Exactly, and that's
No,
what-
and I just
Why I run a game trailer and I'm not a cop.
And this is
That's
the problem that we're going to have.
I heard the bag in the bag.
So listen, people in these comments, we need y'all. I want to know if y'all do y'all trust the cops? Two, if y'all have any answers
Also, what's up? I know you
of
don't
stopping
trust
these
cops.
cop killings, because we didn't have no cop killing stories that we went through personally.
Who we got on live?
Personally,
man?
probably a lot of ass whoopings.
We got
but that's
some.
about
Yeah,
it.
we got some cops scrapping. Hey,
That's about it.
Y'all want flex bounce the gang squad?
Gang Squad. Them boys ain't no
That's a
joke.
throwback.
Hey, they got this chick on the Gang Squad.
shit.
Got a lot of ass beats from gang squad. Shit,
Man,
I never won
Damn.
a fight
We
against
need a
them
female
niggas.
damn.
damn.
Shit.
If you want to crown them, then crown their ass.
Gang
All
squad.
right, so listen, it's 9:08. We gonna move on. Since we talking about,
Yeah, because I
feel like we having a good show.
So drop, man.
Like
drop in the
man.
It ain't no coonery on this
drop
shit.
in the comments, man, how y'all feel about cops, what we should do about cops.
Please
Johnny,
do,
we
man.
don't care if you trust cops or not.
Johnny has
Shout out to
had
Johnny.
multiple run-ins with the police officers. So
They have
his
been-
experience does not
and they have
reflect
been negative.
everybody else's experience. So Johnny,
Shout out to Johnny.
They've been negative.
he has a biased opinion. If you had all
Top
negative
16
experiences,
Top 16
16, Johnny, man, we gonna
What
save
up,
your
boy?
comment for later on at a later segment when we not on air.
But
yes.
I'm gonna move on though, bro. We going to the top 10 most powerful songs.
Most powerful songs.
So I'm
my
gonna go-
phone is on 1%.
Explain it,
So
Miles.
hold
This
on.
is one of Miles' topics.
So this is my thing.
I do,
right?
but do we got a plug in here?
Yeah, it's over there.
We gonna make a fucking plug. Fuck you, man.
Me and a couple people started top 10 collections.
What
You
you
know,
got?
when I had the podcast
iPhone.
dropping.
Come on now.
Raps, big dog.
The main thing I wanted to talk about was everybody's top 10. You know, we talk about athletes, we talk about artists, shows, movies, whatever. So the first one, we go throw y'all off the block, you know, instead of be like, oh, my top 10 favorite rapper, my top 10 favorite player. What's the most, top 10 powerful songs?
For the culture though, you gotta be
Bro,
specific.
People
culture.
niggas just went from cop killers to this bullshit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I
You
mean,
It was
know,
all
think
Miles.
about it,
It was
bro.
all Miles I did. He came over with
about
the
it, bro.
format.
hey, listen. I think it's a good, most powerful
Bro,
songs
first
for
of
the
all,
culture.
the
man.
songs come from what?
You gotta explain it to me.
It come from bullshit, bro.
You gotta explain it to me, brother. I'm here with you. I'm with you. I'm gonna support you. I'm gonna support whatever the fuck you doing.
You go first then, bitch.
Hold on, bitch. You know I ain't got 10. Look. You know I ain't got 10.
Right. Hit him with the ooh-ah.
Look, all right. I got a couple for the culture. This is for the culture.
He probably gonna take a couple of mine too. You know, what I'm saying?
Probably. We was discussing this already. All right, so we ain't talking about cops no more. I don't know if this shit behind. Can't be. I got Verizon. Catch up. Yo, you gotta put that. You gotta put that in the YouTube or SoundCloud comments, man. Look,
And this is top 10 powerful songs for the culture.
for the culture.
For the
So
culture.
that mean like just how we feel when we hear it. Melodies from Heaven.
Melodies from heaven
Go crazy.
rain down on me. Hey, rain down on me. Hey, man, listen. Hey,
Look,
Go crazy.
welcome to church.
That's your 10?
no, hold on.
Go crazy.
That's a long bond. We dead as hell.
Nuck if you buck.
Oh yeah, that's a Negro spiritual right there, man. That's inciting
Nuck if you
thoughtivity.
fucking buck.
That's inciting thoughtivity. I remember when the first time I heard "Nuck If
Go
You
ahead,
Buck."
we here.
I was about 13 years old, and I remember that I was at a basement party. And
Shout out to the basement
Shout out
party.
to the basement party. Shout out to the washing machine that I always
Good
used to get freaked
classics.
on. And that part, and that song, I've never heard it before. My cousins did. They played that song, and when I heard it, it just spoke to the nigga in me. It was like, yo, like my ancestors was just like move, nigga. Like this is what you're here for. This is the celebration. You know how hallelujah is the highest praise you can give to God. Nuck if you buck is the highest praise you can give to a nigga. Nuck if you fucking buck. I don't even know what the fuck that means, but it's for me. It speaks to my soul, and I'm a nuck if I ever fucking buck. Period.
Facts.
Period.
Dog,
Then
this nigga.
we got Stomp. Kirk Franklin.
Hey, oh, you already know. Kirk Franklin really revolutionized gospel music. I mentioned that earlier, but shout out to Kirk Franklin, man. He really did his thing with that. Yes.
That was like the first gospel song I really paid attention to.
And if you
I'm
want
not
to
even
get the
gonna lie.
angels twerking, I said if you want to get the angels in heaven twerking,
No, you don't need to say that again. I'm not dealing with no angels that's working.
I'm straight.
You talking about the angels that be at?
you done twerk before, you ain't going to heaven.
Look, if it's some twerking angels, I know I'm in the wrong type of. I know I ain't make it to heaven, nigga. If I see some twerking angels, nigga, Lucifer up in that
It's gonna
bitch
be
got
the gay
juvenile.
Lucifer on
Like,
South Park.
exactly. If you see some twerking when you die, if you see some twerking angels, nigga, you did not get in them pearly gates.
We
bro.
not gonna be at the same spot.
Come up here.
You ain't meant to be there. You ain't meant to be there.
You at 8, bro.
You already know. Cash Money taking over for the 99 and the 2000.
Bro.
Bro,
That is definitely
that's definitely
culture.
there.
Did y'all
That's
see
a
that
culture,
Chris Brown
bro.
footage?
definitely
at the
there.
concert?
I did not.
He played it.
Oh, that mother probably went crazy.
Oh, I did. Yes.
They got the little security.
The rompage. The rompage
probably
was
went crazy.
Back that ass up, boy.
That's on
Juvie,
there for sure.
Juvie should be straight for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Period. Just off of that.
It's some I gotta think, man. It's probably some honorable mentions in there too, bro.
Bro, you ain't even at 5.
I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying.
Oh, no, it is for
so
sure.
many.
It is.
Yeah, it is so many.
Q, go ahead. Let's
so many,
think,
bro.
I'm gonna just
Go
chime
ahead.
in because I honestly, just because of my phone went dead, I don't have my list, but I do
Damn.
remember he touched on a couple of ones. But I honestly think, as far as like powerful songs, again, that back that ass up, Juvenile. Please drop one of the bombs for whenever you finish. That is powerful. That does something to the female's derriere. It has to move. I've never seen an ass not move when that song
Official
drops.
like mating call that.
It is. It's like pheromones. You know what I'm saying? Like if your ass not shaking when that come on, why are you here? Why are you here if back that ass come up and you're not dancing? Why
That's
are
a
you
whole
here?
nother topic, bro. Because I like to dance, my nigga. Whether it's alone
Or with a chick.
Yeah,
I like
females don't
dancing.
dance
So
like
if
That is
I'm at a
great
party,
topic. That's a great
don't.
ain't
topic.
nobody dancing. It's like
It's weird, bro.
Why you come out the
fuck is you
house?
doing?
You could have stayed in the house and watched Grey's Anatomy.
Period.
bitch.
Weird as shit. For
You know
sure.
what I'm saying?
Time out. Just because you twerking on me, that definitely don't mean that I'm trying to smack.
Spit. Oh, I mean, I'm trying to smack.
No, it don't.
think
Oh,
about
you know
it.
what?
No,
I
it
ain't even
don't.
got no-
No, it don't. Q, that was a
Fucking lie.
What you mean?
It does not mean that shit. You wanted to smack every girl you in the dance with? Or
No,
or
hell
was it,
no.
Was it sometimes you just having a good fucking time?
It was
Just a good
sometimes
time,
I
bro.
okay.
Good
All right,
time,
Let me retract my statement.
Good fucking time.
I agree. I mean, I agree
Facts,
with
like,
him. Yeah,
beat it.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
niggas just trying to.
have fun.
I mean,
Granted, at times.
but when we was younger, middle school, it didn't even matter.
What we
Man.
talking about?
No, but I'm
time where
hear me out.
hormones were
Hear me out.
flaring.
Hear me out. I'm talking about a simpler time, man. Well,
A simpler-
lean with it, rock with it, and Four Walls, which I also think is a powerful song. Four Walls, drop, bro.
No,
There
he's
was
a gospel singer.
if there was no look back to see if you were decent looking. There was no look back. There was no look at your
Drop
girlfriend
wanna flex
to
his
see if this
bra.
nigga was ugly. When Four Walls dropped, bitches grab whatever nigga that was next to him and they got to working, bro.
No,
Period,
he's a gospel
man.
singer.
Period. Is he
Sings
really?
gospel, bro?
I was trying to
Well,
block
shout out
Miles
to him,
out
man.
with
He's
that.
saved.
Shut up, I'm here with it.
He saved. We talking about her before he came to the altar though.
He's so disappointed. This is crazy.
This is pre-Jesus.
Hey, T-Raw, keep that bullshit out the comments.
What'd he say,
You
man?
got people paying attention to what you saying.
What
and
is
not what
T-Raw
we saying.
talking
say?
We'll
about?
kick you from this bitch.
Hold on, man. That's my AD, man.
I could have stayed home and watched Grey's Anatomy, which I heard is a great show. Drop Flex Bomb, Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, I've actually watched a couple episodes of Grey's Anatomy. That's actually a pretty decent show.
I used to be off the Desperate Housewives.
I can't relate. But yes, still on my turn. Let me get two more. Jeezy, I feel like he had a couple powerful corporate thugging. Is definitely something
Facts.
that gets the juices
That was on your
flowing.
list. That was on your list.
Take Me to the King. Take Me to the King is I feel like something that's more current that people kind of resonate with. I feel like it's a lot of instances where people just feel like, they're done with life and they just need to be, taken up yonder. I don't, condone an early exit out of this life. But yes, I feel like that's also a powerful song. And one more. Like I said, I mentioned earlier, Crank That, man. That was revolutionary. Crank That by Soulja Boy. Crank That by Soulja Boy. It was revolutionary because at that time, and I'm not saying that was the first like dance to a song, but how it was marketed and how like the demographic, he had the big T, he had where everybody wanted to rock the bathing ape. He had that whole little high school where everybody wants to, and he had the dance to go to it. And it wasn't a hard dance. Everybody could do it. Everybody can't do the shoot dance. You know what I'm saying? It's a dope ass dance. I wish I could do it. My bones too fucking old for that shit. I can't do that shit.
Though,
it was the stanky leg. It was the fucking
Batman.
Crank that Batman, crank that Spider-Man, crank that Lion King, crank that fucking Yank. I used to be in that bitch. Watch me crank that Yank. Hey, watch me crank
But
that
he
Yank.
had more than that though.
Hey, shout out to the Royal Flush on 6 Mile. We used to go crazy in that bitch in middle school.
Look though. Frankie Beverly and Mace.
Which
Before I let you go.
is that really a powerful one?
Nigga.
Wait, what?
Oh,
I'm gonna say it's a,
We gotta be off the
nigga. Everybody rewind. Hey,
don't
I'm
rewind.
listening.
Don't rewind.
You listening?
Don't rewind.
Rewind.
Talk
I
to
said
him.
Frankie Beverly and Maze before I let you go, and this nigga said before I let
Hey, listen, man. I'm not that old.
you go.
I'm sorry, man.
You know that ain't
that
the
Blackstreet?
nigga.
You a little seasoned. Blackstreet? That wasn't
Yes, it
Blackstreet.
was.
Man, listen, man. I'm sorry. I'm not as seasoned as you are. I'm thinking you talking about some newer shit.
Bro, that's the song that you throwing at a black
Sing
barbecue.
it.
Everybody hustling.
Sing it.
Bum, bum, bum.
Oh, hey. You should have said that.
He said before I let you go,
What
motherfucker.
going on? Hey,
Shit. Q up here
California
tripping.
love Tupac. You know, I thought about that earlier.
No.
said
Hit
that?
him up, Tupac. Hit him up, Tupac.
said
That was on my
California
list.
Love?
California Love was not a cultural. No, it was not. Hit
I
him
feel
up.
like, yes, it was,
That's why
bro.
I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker.
But everybody wasn't fucking around with that. I definitely
What? Listen,
Just think about it. What females you know that was just in that business?
California Love was definitely great,
So
but you're
listen,
gonna put.
That's a topic that I did want to talk about though, because it's like if Faith fucks
Yeah, well,
Stevie
yeah,
J,
bitch. Let's stay on this first.
Here we go.
think about
Here we
it, bro. Pac could have had any bitch in the world, and she married Stevie J. So you telling me Pac ain't smashed Faith? We can keep moving though.
We all know Pac smash.
I
Face,
wanted to
man.
talk about that so bad, bro.
So I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker.
That is a powerful song. That's when that bitch come on.
Yeah.
Take money. What?
So I'm gonna go, bro.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, man. You the one that got the whole list, man.
On there, what you
I
got?
don't though, cause like I feel like I got some of the same songs. I'm gonna go a little deep.
Oh,
Brenda's
hey, yeah. My
Brenda's
nigga
got a
Kevin
baby.
said,
Brenda's got a baby,
I
bro.
don't know.
I feel like
I like the song. I'm just I don't know.
a lot of people woke up with that shit.
I'll tell you your list.
Dreams and nightmares.
Facts.
Dreams and nightmares. Okay,
Nigga.
Okay, I can
I
put
feel
that on
like
the
you
powerful
can play that
songs.
bitch now.
My nigga.
Anywhere you go.
My nigga, when I did that shit at Trap Karaoke, bro, you thought I was me.
But if you gonna put that, if you gonna put Dreams and
You can
Nightmare
really-
on
anybody
there,
can perform it and it's gonna go crazy.
if you gonna put Dreams and Nightmare on there, you gotta put my nigga T Grizzly
Miles,
up there
I
with
see
it,
Over there
man.
drinking water. You gonna pass you some Hennessy.
We gotta put T Grizzly up there, man. When that shit drop, man, Joy Road, bitch, but the money long. Come on,
We can.
man.
They ain't never gonna go nowhere.
That shit is a fucking
They had
classic.
a lot of good,
And that shit ain't even just no local
good
shit.
name niggas loving that shit.
Niggas nationwide talking about
Come
Joy
on,
Road,
Kev,
bitch.
jump off Lil Kim, bro. You saying some bullshit.
What type of fuck shit? Hold on,
Who
man.
said that?
Hey, man, we gonna put him on the page, man. What's
You
his
saying
name?
some bullshit. You
What's
might have to
that?
be a guest.
Is that Little Kim? Hey, man, bring
Who
him
said
in
that?
on the show,
You
man.
might have to come on the show. That's
Bring him in on the
wild.
show. Bring
I'm
him
gonna
on the
say
show,
Ice
man.
Cube, NWA, fuck the police.
Facts.
Fuck the police.
Y'all tripping for not even saying that shit.
Hold on, no.
Y'all-
Easy E.
What?
Cruising down the street in my 6'4".
That's
That
not
bitch
more
was-
powerful than fuck the police though, bro. It was a good song.
It depends. Well, powerful.
We're talking about powerful.
that shit
bro.
had more of a message than cruising down the street.
Yeah, y'all
but
missing the
when we
message
just
part
talking
of
about the
this shit.
dynamic and that
That's
that
another
cruising
top
down the
10
street.
shit.
Okay, what else you got?
I got the same shit y'all have for real. I got Jesus Walks on there. Kanye West.
You right.
Ooh, Jesus
You
walks.
fucking right, bro.
Jesus walks.
That was some shit.
That
You might have to throw all
I don't
falls
think
down in there, too.
nobody
Hell
was
no.
expecting
Hell
that shit.
no.
All Falls Down was a powerful coach, top 10 powerful culture.
No.
Honorable
It
mention.
goes back.
What?
We're not talking about that shit. You got
All
that
Falls
goes
Down?
back to the
Bro,
top
you got a
20.
top
you
10.
got top 40. Top
You talking
20.
about
When you have a list, there are honorable mentions.
You talking about?
Fuck that.
Well, you could be an honorable mention,
Bro, out
but
of
definitely
all
not
these
top
songs,
Y'all
10.
can
bro.
honorably mention these nuts, nigga.
Man, can I get the Stone
All
Cold
Falls
what?
Down,
For the
right?
Tyrese
Exactly.
Happy
This bitch
Birthday?
dead.
Can I get the ha ha?
It's dead. We ain't got no.
Can I get the
We ain't got no
This
motherfucker.
is beyond me.
We gotta ask them about it's Charger right over there too. We gotta ask
All
them.
right, y'all. We gonna move on then because Kenley is up here tripping for sure with this Kanye. What? All Falls Down?
All Falls Down. Really?
Niggas
Bro.
love all falls down by Kanye
It ain't about
West.
that, but being powerful song.
Niggas don't
Oh,
know
I
that
got a
song.
good throwback.
It's not.
Y'all had some throwback shit.
It's
I'm gonna
not.
say Sam Cooke, Change Gonna Come.
Man, shut the fuck up, man. All falls down can't come on there.
Fuck no.
But fucking Sam
Sam
Cooke.
Cooke?
All
Change
falls
Gonna
down.
Come. If y'all hear that shit in the movie, y'all crying.
I thought you was about to say my nigga Sam Smith, Stay With Me.
Fuck no, we don't fuck with
I
him.
want you.
No.
Stay with me.
Everybody commenting host slaps for this all falls down.
Yeah, that all falls down shit. You gotta post that shit so people that's not watching can see that.
I
dumb
will,
shit.
nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be the most talked about.
Exactly. Fucking
Dumbass on the show.
Exactly.
Hey.
Top 10 powerful songs. Be
All
ashamed
right,
of yourself.
We about to go on to the throwback. Hey, play some music, bro.
I don't know how y'all niggas is, bro. This bitch dead. Ain't no music.
This shit is crazy. Bro.
I can sing if y'all niggas want me to
Go ahead, go
before we go
crazy.
to the next song. Okay.
Y'all leaving out that Beyonce song that all the chicks just go crazy to.
Lemonade?
Nah.
Single ladies.
Body you be?
Nah. What was the joint?
I Need
that
a
she
Soldier?
had on,
That she always singing the concert.
No Bills?
you on to something, bro. With
No
that nigga
Soldier? Ah,
You
top
on-
10.
you
Honorable
on-
mention.
You on to something.
Honorable mention.
Maybe not with the niggas, bro, but with chicks. I Need a Soldier. Come on, bro. What? Come on, bro. The fuck you don't make me throw this fucking phone at
I
you.
feel like
mention,
this. I
man.
feel like single ladies is go like the bitches go crazy. Not bitches. I apologize for that.
Wow. I feel
I
like
swear I wish I had the soundboard.
I feel
I
like
wish I had the soundboard.
I feel like the females
man.
is gonna go more crazy than the single ladies in a soldier.
I feel like
Um,
I feel like No Scrubs was powerful. Or Can You Pay My... What's the name of that shit? Can You Pay My Bills? Can You Pay All My Bills?
No,
Bitches is
no.
resonating.
What
with
about
that.
when I
Lauryn
say
Hill,
when I
bro?
say this, you
I mean,
gonna
why do
know.
I keep saying
What about
bitches?
Lauryn
I'm
Hill?
Sorry.
Killing Me Softly?
Lauryn Hill.
Killing Me Softly was definitely
that
a
was
top 10,
definitely,
bro.
that was definitely one for the culture.
Bro, I'm trying to figure out. I can't like.
It's too many. See, that's the thing, bro.
I can't
I don't
remember
want to
the
be
name
them
of the
niggas,
fucking
bro,
song.
that we naming 20 songs for a fucking top 10.
That's why it's hard, bro. You picking top 10
So
powerful for the
listen, next
culture.
time we do this top 10 shit, we really got to do the top 10, bro.
I agree, bro, but we're not really.
Because we just go keep push. Like, we gonna name 50 songs.
We're not qualified to give the top 10 powerful songs.
Yes, we
I feel
are,
like
bro.
we speaking on behalf of niggas worldwide when we talking about this. And since my man said all falls down, I don't even think that he's even qualified.
Give me body,
Give a
give me body, give me body
No.
by Beyonce.
Top
That's what it
10?
is, bro. Come on, play it,
Which one is playing?
play it, bro. Play that.
Which one is
Chicks
Give Me
are
Body?
going nuts.
No, that is the one.
What are you talking
That's the one
about?
for
That's
sure.
like a
I'm
drip.
a Beyonce fan. Y'all niggas shut up right
I'm not a
now.
Beyonce
Bitch, I was just
fan.
agreeing
Facts,
with you.
I'm
nigga.
not.
Oh, all
I'm
right,
not.
you good.
Yeah, I'm not agreeing at all.
Man, this nigga.
That's the
Hey,
one, though.
this is
They
all
know
Hey,
right.
this
that.
nigga. This nigga Q been off 100 proof. He's drunk. All right,
I have been off of
That
but
nigga's
I'm not
drunk.
drunk. Not yet.
that nigga's drunk.
Get Me Body being the top
back.
10
Back.
phenomenal black culture
hold
song.
on.
You throw Get Me Bodied on at a
No.
party. Female.
Michael Jackson is nowhere on this list.
Wait, so again, that's what I'm saying. We mixing it up.
You will be
we
fucking
gonna do listen.
surprised.
Hey, we gonna
You
do
be
this over.
surprised
y'all.
how many people do not appreciate my
Hold
nigga
on.
Mike Jack.
No,
I agree.
chill. Wait. We gonna do this over because clearly we ain't on the same page. If we talking about party songs, we gonna do top 10 party songs.
Okay.
We gonna break shit down. So
This
we
is
gonna
that shit ain't top 10.
buddy.
We gonna
Real
do
topic,
this-
buddy. Give us the rules next time, my nigga. We all over the place.
we all over the place.
It's no
Hey,
You ain't giving niggas
structure.
But go
parameters.
back to we gonna do a
No
Michael
structure.
Jackson versus Prince, bro.
Oh,
I'm
man.
ready for that shit. I'm ready for that
I'm not a
smoke.
Prince fan, so.
Bro, the thing is,
They be tripping on that shit, bro.
They
Like
gonna-
Mike Jackson wasn't doing that shit since he was 3 years
Y'all
old.
gonna have to know the song. So
Come on,
look,
bro.
if we do the Mike Jack versus
know.
Prince,
I don't
y'all
know.
niggas
Prince.
not gonna be able.
We need 2 Prince fans to come up here.
We definitely need some Prince fans.
Because I don't rock with
because
dogs. So I
don't
need
fuck
somebody
with
to come
Prince.
through that's go fight for him.
I got a nigga
Bring him.
ready.
And I'm going to kill his ass. It's
No,
a guy
bro.
or a girl?
Man, nigga gonna destroy you, bro. I'm
No, he's
sorry.
Off of
not.
Prince?
Listen, I got shit in
What
the
he do for a
chamber
living?
this shit.
Hey, somebody get this nigga Tyrone Merrill.
Get him
on
up here.
deck. Get him here.
I got Michael
Get
Jackson
him
songs
here.
from when he was 4.
Tell him he can't wear a blouse.
Get him here.
Yeah.
Blouses.
Yo,
Game. Blouse.
yo. That
But go
nigga
back. Hey,
is-
I want to shout out to Marcus, bro. Marcus from Florida, frat bro. He just said we got some solid content on the show.
Oh, shout out to Marcus, man. Shout out to Marcus. I
nigga.
appreciate
Duh,
you.
nigga.
He talking
You
about
thought
that.
you thought we was
Hey,
Hey,
man, don't listen to this.
We gonna
shit.
forgive you
Nigga,
for
we
fucking my
appreciate
stuff
you.
show up, nigga.
Oh, wow. Wait, he fucked it up.
Holy shit. Man, I need the soundboard, man.
Shout out to you though, Marcus. But we ain't forgot.
Yo,
Marcus.
yo,
I was just showing you the love,
oh
man.
my god.
But no, shout out to Marcus for sure.
Just
Marcus,
showing you the
like,
love.
All right, man.
He helped us a
We
lot,
gonna
dog. That's
I'm
my
make sure
dog.
I'm by a plug
That's
next time, everybody. I need the soundboard on deck
all
for
right.
this shit.
So yeah, comment y'all. What's your top 10 most powerful songs? I really want messages though.
So you talking about most? Okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
I mean, that's what I said. We can redo it. That's fine. This was the first show. Whatever. Fuck y'all.
Fuck y'all.
You feel me? So we gonna go back. We'll come up with something else, man. Fuck it, dog. This nigga wanna be a nigga.
Ignorant, bro.
He wanna be a
This
nigga.
nigga ignorant, bro.
Oh man,
Nigga say 4 walls.
You go Kennard talking about shout out Dirt Gang and shit. That's all. That's
no,
all that
for
fucking
all that
matters.
bullshit
That's
he's
all that
tried to
matters.
start this.
wow.
Hey,
Wow.
Dirt Gang. No, nothing against y'all niggas, but that's all he care about.
What up,
So,
D-Nell? I'm
it's
gonna
like,
say what up, D-Nell.
Yeah, Nell, you
Man,
good.
fuck
but-
it, man. Shout out Dirt Gang. I'm gonna go ahead and say it, man. Shout him out, man. You know what I'm saying? We can't say that just because of one nigga is a
Look at
dumbass.
this
Just because this
nigga
nigga
face.
Karnar a dumbass. Man, shout out Dirt Gang. Nigga, fuck it. You feel me?
Shout out the forecast. This nigga just shout out Dirt Gang. Like the
Oh,
fuck?
of course you shout out the
Did you make a
forecast. You
fucking
feel me?
forecast post or
No.
anything?
All you gotta do is come
you're right.
comment and be spicy on my fucking page.
Oh, wow.
It's
Wow.
called the forecast, but it's 5 people. Yeah, nigga.
You can count, nigga?
Yeah.
Where's soundboard at,
Lucky
man?
I ain't got that bitch, man.
All right, let's go back. Let's go to the Throwback Thursdays.
Throwback Thursdays.
Def Jam Vendetta.
Ooh, you keep bringing up
Wee.
Vendetta, but we know Fight for New York was the supreme.
I seen
classic.
somebody horn it. I seen somebody horn it.
Bro,
today.
hey, Q.
I didn't disagree.
in this bitch.
I
I
didn't
seen somebody
disagree.
horn it though. Today.
I didn't disagree.
You gotta,
Go crazy.
bro. You're gonna say Fight for New York.
Only because no, I'm gonna say this. Only because Vendetta was a fucking pioneer, bro. When Vendetta dropped,
That shit was
Fight for
crazy,
New
bro.
York was a fucking classic story.
I was broke
Crazy.
in New York, so I ain't had that
Gameplay.
bitch.
Crazy.
Fight for New York was definitely good. I'm not saying I'm not debating that part.
I got
I'm
them
talking
both at the
about
crib. Let's just go play them.
as far as between the two, which one had a bigger impact, which one was better. Probably Fight for New York was better as far as, you know, graphic, storyline, and all that shit. But Vendetta, when that shit dropped, bro, niggas never seen no shit like that.
calling somebody.
Go ahead, man.
Damn.
This is ridiculous.
Go ahead.
Are we doing live calls?
That we doing live
Well,
calls.
Q done fucking, he done made it after having.
I'm just saying.
Who's that, Krack?
No. But I should call that nigga. I don't know if he gonna answer.
Vendetta was a fucking pioneer. Nobody, when that shit dropped,
Yo,
man, that
just
shit
know
was
if I
just-
call you, never calling you again, my nigga.
just like live. Remember when live
You'll never be a
2006
guest.
dropped? When live 2006 dropped, when niggas first did the between the legs twice, nigga, that shit was a fucking pioneer, nigga. When they first had the dunk contest,
Period.
Now it was better versions of that once it got on, but
It's like
when
it
it
was the
dropped,
first
the
bitch.
impact of that shit. When Vendetta dropped, niggas like, damn, I could scrap with fucking KRS-One or Busta Rhymes. When I had Busta Rhymes superpower, nigga, when he's like, ah,
I was just
Bro,
about to
flex the
ask.
fuck out of
So,
somebody.
Fight for New York
So
was
wait,
the better
wait.
game. It's the most remembered, nigga.
So, Slaps, who was
I
your
never said it
favorite
wasn't the better
character
game.
to fight with?
Joe Budden.
Q.
Busta Rhymes.
I kind of figured because you were saying
Yeah,
like
Busta Rhymes is my nigga.
Bro, Krack, we got you live right now.
Shout out to Krack Diesel.
Right, Diesel, man. Shout out to the forecast.
Hold on.
Hey, you that nigga going crazy.
Krack. This nigga said that.
Don't put words in my mouth, my nigga.
Nigga Q said that Def Jam Vendetta is better than Fight for New York.
I said it had a bigger impact.
Def Jam Vendetta better than Fight for New York?
He didn't say it was better, bro.
I never said that.
Bro, go.
I said that
had a
Vendetta
bigger
had a
impact.
bigger impact.
I need the tape. Give me the tape.
He said I need to take.
Now.
Man, listen, man. Vendetta, when Vendetta
Can you
dropped,
tell
man, that
him
shit was revolutionary, man.
Can you tell him what he said for real?
Fight for New York was just a better version.
Vendetta had the impact.
Okay.
Fight for New York was like
The polished version, right?
like perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I 100% agree.
Who discusses Vendetta though?
Fight for New York.
Listen, man.
Everybody, bro.
There wouldn't be no Fight for New York if Vendetta.
Fucking man, Def Jam Icon had the better graphics, my nigga.
Okay, so listen.
You had more weapons. It was just like there's nothing about Vendetta that's better than Fight for New York.
Who was y'all
was,
want?
man?
Hey, just know if you ain't
Give
here
me
next
10
week,
artists
you're
that y'all
fired,
want
my
to
nigga.
fight with if they drop a
You
new
off
one.
the phone. That's how
If
we
they
do
drop
it.
a
You
new
ain't here
one.
next week, you're fired, nigga.
Yes!
Crack Diesel, your ass is fire.
You too, Nelly Nell. Don't think shit's
Yeah. Y'all niggas think it's cute
We
around
on your
here.
ass,
Nigga, you
man.
Neil trying to hold you in.
Yo,
like,
we
no,
on your ass next episode. What?
they ain't asked you. They ain't asked me, so you can't go.
What? Oh, those some lot of viewers. I like that.
Oh man, let me go back.
What
Hey,
you
so Mark,
saying? What's the question?
Give me five artists that y'all would want if Def Jam
Bet.
like.
Let me go
like-
first.
Also, if the world,
Let me go first.
Go ahead.
Eminem,
Yeah.
Young Thug. I would love to see what the fuck they would do. That
Sassy,
special move.
sassy.
Woo, that nigga special
Sassy,
move would be crazy.
sassy.
Suck some dick.
Jay-Z. Wow. I didn't go there. Let's just be clear.
The sassy.
Eminem, Young Thug, Jay-Z. I have to put my nigga. I'm just going ahead and put my nigga T.I. in there because I feel like he gonna be on some articulate shit. You know what I'm saying? The areas of the I don't even want to get into that shit because I ain't got enough big words. Fifth person, I will probably have to say.
Would
I'm gonna have to say
Jay-Z be
T.
the boss?
I'm gonna have to say T Grizzly. I'm gonna have to see if he have like a tornado move.
I hate y'all niggas.
That nigga gotta have a tornado
Y'all
move.
niggas,
Would
man. Y'all
Jay-Z be
Detroit-
the
y'all
boss?
Detroit niggas.
Huh?
Will Jay-Z be a boss? Like one of them.
He gotta be. Eminem has to be the head boss. Like to fight this nigga, like that nigga's like the fucking what the fuck is the top nigga at the Mortal Kombat that you gotta fight? Not the nigga with is that the nigga with the 4 arms?
The crazy shit is like he can scrap for real, so that'd be kind of dope.
I never knew that.
That'd be dope. Damn, what y'all niggas be doing?
That I mean that's your favorite nigga though. I don't know
for real.
I don't know this nigga. I didn't know Eminem took taijutsu in 7th grade. I'm not his fan.
Oh my god! Hey, I was ready for some real shit too. Hey, in my face, I was ready for some real shit too. I'm like,
That nigga's about to go in for his man.
Tyrell.
all right, definitely Eminem. We gonna have to throw my nigga Lil Uzi Vert in that.
And just remind them
sure.
what we'll be naming
All right,
off.
check it out, man. People who on live, everybody watching, man, or listening, y'all comment if there was a Def Jam World War video game because somebody made some fan art and kind of teased it. You know, it's fake news. It's Donald Trump shit. It's fake news. And they had a list of rappers. So this is a video game where all the rappers fight each other. So who would you want on there? All right. And if you had games like that, if you don't know that, then this isn't the podcast for you. Go watch something else. Eminem for sure. All right. So I agree there. We definitely would have to throw in Lil Uzi.
Oh, I forgot about Lil Uzi.
Vert, because he definitely punched the fuck out of Rich the Kid.
That's like a fight between two
Yo.
little niggas in the
Go
hood.
ahead.
Check
Keep
me
going.
out, man.
Go ahead. Keep
He
going.
from Philly. Y'all niggas better just pay attention. Just pay attention.
I'm paying attention.
Meek would definitely have to be in there.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
We
me.
talking. Oh,
That nigga's gonna scream in your ear to death for his special move.
we gonna have to throw my nigga Royce in that bitch. A real Detroit nigga.
Ooh, Royce the 5'9"?
Right.
You think that he needs to be in the lineup?
I think so, bro.
I like Royce. Don't
Because
get
if
me
we
wrong.
think at like the point he at now, he getting a lot of attention
I
he
like
should have been
Royce.
getting now.
I
So
like
he
him.
on that bitch.
One more.
50 Cent, get the strap.
Was 50 Cent on Fight for New York?
Nah.
He was
I don't think he was
bulletproof.
even out.
He had his own shit.
He wasn't even out when Fight for
Bulletproof
New York
went
came
crazy,
out.
though.
Bulletproof, my nigga.
Bulletproof was okay. It was okay
It was
It
fun.
was a good game for what it was.
for what it was. Yeah,
It was
it
fun.
was.
That's why I said it was fun.
It was okay.
That was it.
Blood in the Sand was hype too.
All right, so my top 5.
I did 5?
Yeah, he did fine.
I'm gonna say Drake.
No, we don't need you in there.
Just so
Drake gotta be on there.
I can just beat the
crazy.
Drake.
nigga,
Hey,
Bro, check me out. Drake is a nigga that I would master.
But listen,
whoop
though.
Miles' ass with.
I will beat the shit
Be
out
in
of
that
Drake
bitch.
every
I
chance
forgot
get.
about chicks though. They had chicks on that fan art too. They had Cardi B, Rihanna. I would love to see Cardi. Man, what?
Cardi would beat the shit out of
Cardi
everybody.
on Def Jam?
Yeah.
What?
I'm gonna go
They
with.
just need to go ahead and do it. Like, they don't
Okay.
understand how much money they
I
would
gotta
make
get my
off of
nigga
it.
Game on that bitch,
Easy.
cause Game be beating niggas ass.
Bro,
all the
he
time.
swung on my man. He swung on his
own
teammate at the fucking.
He got the tripping at that bitch. So
He
I got,
squared up
I
with this
got
nigga.
Drake, Game. I'm gonna put Rick Ross on there because you gotta have
Easy.
a big nigga on that bitch.
Easy.
You got to bring the ghosts back. I feel like they should bring back Tupac, Biggie,
Oh, special. That's the DLC.
Yeah, we got
Them
to pay for them
DLCs,
niggas.
bro.
I fuck with the
Them
DLC.
DLCs for sure.
fuck with
Pac,
it.
I
Pun,
don't fuck
Big.
with DLCs. That's a convo we need to have.
Oh shit. he
Fuck that
don't
microtransaction.
You don't like DLCs?
Why do I gotta pay for shit all the time? I just spent fucking 60.
that is
on
a
the
point.
game. Just make me have to
I
do
hate 'em,
something to
but I just feel
unlock
like
the character. Y'all
if
remember you
it's a-
just had to
yeah.
unlock the character. You had to do some hard shit.
I feel what you're saying.
So like
I feel what you're saying.
to get
to
Papa
earn the
Biggie,
character.
like make me have to
Unlockable.
go through it on like very hard mode through the
Yeah.
entire game. to
That's
unlock.
how the shit used to be. But you had a lot of niggas that couldn't beat the shit, so they're like, shit, it's like paper
Let's make
niggas, I'm
money.
gonna pay for it.
Let's
You
make
feel?
money.
That's
Or
all
do
about
if you're gonna do the microtransaction shit, do like Fortnite, bro. Make your game free and just make cosmetic shit
Yeah.
only.
They
money.
not doing that. We talking about Def Jam.
Yeah.
Shit, it's over.
They should, but they can make cosmetic. I mean, what 2K do it?
What was your 5 again?
They suck.
Shit, where I'm at.
You said,
Drake, Game, Rick Ross.
Miles really love Drake. He want him in the game. Yeah.
I'm gonna beat the fuck out of
He
dog.
really
I'm a matter of
love-
fact, I'm gonna
he
put
really
Pusha
love.
T in that bitch just to
Oh
do that
man,
shit.
you gotta have my nigga pushing that bitch.
Pusha T will get
Yay?
his fucking ass
Yay?
dragged.
Hell no.
Not yay? What?
Yeah, he gotta be in there.
Yay got to.
Since you
And
so
the
listen,
magnet-
this
and the
is- we
magnet
didn't
hat.
put.
In the maggot hat
Y'all
too.
put- I was gonna
That could
say
be like
50,
his special.
but
That
you
could be
took
like
50.
his special.
I'm gonna put.
Special outfit.
I'm
and
gonna
shit.
put Birdman in that bitch.
So everybody can be
Birdman.
his
All
ass.
right, so
My
everybody
nigga
can beat
Birdman
his
gonna
ass.
walk in there. Birds gonna be flying all
Dog
over
gonna be
that
a 58
bitch.
I
overall.
feel like you gotta put
Or
Tekashi.
Khaled.
You gotta put Tekashi
I'll
in
put
that bitch
Khaled
too.
in that bitch.
I put DJ Khaled in there. You gotta put Tekashi 6ix9ine in that bitch too,
Man, for what?
just so he can run around for the special move.
His
you know
ass
what I'm
be
saying?
for real. Dog tripping.
Is that a culture vulture?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
Easy.
That's not even a question. My nigga YG gotta be in that bitch too. Snoop,
Nipsey.
Nipsey for sure. Yeah.
That's all I love y'all niggas, man. We be on the same page. Everybody
Detroit,
Detroit,
Def
same
Jam
time.
Vendetta though.
Def
Oh,
Jam,
the
Detroit, Def Jam Vendetta.
Shouts to my nigga that made that Scrap City. We already got something like that.
Yeah, it's something like I seen
Is
that
it?
shit a minute ago. Yeah,
it's
a phone.
It's free.
It's on the
Scrap
phone.
City.
I
It's on the
seen
phone.
that shit. It was a while
If he
ago.
could get
though.
some like funding behind him, he could really make some
I
shit.
seen
But
that shit.
that's the thing. I think give it about 5 more years. I think we'll get a Grand Theft Auto that's Detroit based.
I've
You
been
think
waiting
so?
on that bitch.
Detroit
so.
just gotta get.
You think they're gonna give it another one? Because they did that urban shit with San Andreas, and that was a beautiful video game, by the way. I still think Vice City was the best
But
one.
you gotta think it was like San Andreas because they took it to the 90s. That was a very influential period.
Did y'all
in
fuck
LA
with
time.
Scarface?
I don't know.
Hell
The
yeah.
video game?
Yeah,
I fucked with
PS2?
Scarface heavy, bro.
Really?
yeah.
I fucked with Scarface. No, what I really fucked with
And
was
Warriors.
true. The first True Crime, Streets of LA.
I did
was
too.
That was a beautiful
That was
video
cool.
game. They tried to do a revamp, and it wasn't. No.
Man, shout out to the Warriors. Cause that bitch was live as fuck, dog. Period.
Rockstar just know
What the
what to
people want.
do. If we talking about top 3 game company developers, Rockstar.
I thought she was about to say top 3 Rockstar games.
I gotta put Bully in that bitch off the strength.
Oh my god! I'm glad
my
you
sister's
said
shit. Hey,
that.
all
Bully
my
was
people
a
love
beautiful
Bully, dog.
video game.
Got to.
Bully was
Niggas
hard.
slept
Bully
on Bully,
was.
bro.
So here's
Aw,
a question.
niggas-
because
Oh
I
my
saw
God.
Darren just join the live. So here's something he said. 'Cause
Shout
I'm
out to
like,
Darren for getting fired on the last podcast.
Please don't.
Crazy.
Dang! Your ass!
Shout out to the plug is back.
Nigga.
That was my shit.
Look. We was talking about this at E3. I'm like, man, they need to drop the Bully too. Can you do that now? In today's day and age, when bullying is such a extreme topic with
Crime,
sensitive people.
Crime
Shit,
is
such a
worse.
sensitive
Right.
topic.
And they ain't
Yeah.
stopping Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, we talking about kids. Bully was in middle school. So we not even talking about like adult shit. I think you'll always be able to get away with adult violence. Bully, we talking about bully. If they set that in middle school or high school,
Man, that was
I
a
just feel
beautiful-
like
I
I
can
feel
see
like
the
it's
kids
gonna
going
be.
crazy at the schools for sure. If they
I
drop
feel
the
like
bully
it'll
now,
be. I just feel like parents would be like acting like some, you know what I'm saying? Some
Parents don't
assholes
give a
about
fuck
it.
what their kids play as long as they focused
because
on in
Fortnite
front
going
of the
fucking
TV,
crazy.
bro.
And guess who's playing Fortnite
actually,
the most?
Kids, my little brother stay in that bitch. Huh?
Parents care like a motherfucker.
They
about
don't,
that.
They don't.
They do,
They
but they
don't.
don't.
I swear to God,
in our
they don't.
community, they don't, bro.
They
Oh, in
as-
our community, they don't.
As long as your
I was
kid
about
not
to say
out in the
wrong.
streets
Shit, but you gotta
and they
think
not
about it.
in your face
Even
begging for
outside,
shit.
bro. A lot of kids is playing Fortnite, bro. Listen, my practices is very structured.
But Fortnite is real cartoony. It ain't.
I got my niggas who love to hoop, bro. Love to play basketball over in the corner playing Fortnite.
Yeah, they addicted to it.
Yeah.
Like they rather.
Well, you
play
gotta
Fortnite
understand,
than
they did
hoop.
something real dope. It's free.
It's free.
It's not the first free video game.
It's not, but it was. I don't know.
I don't know what's about. Yeah, I don't like it either.
It's
It's
trash
trash to
first,
me.
bro. That's because y'all ain't playing with people.
I play 2K with people, and it's not the best 2K that I've ever played.
Well, no, but Fortnite is something that you gotta play like
With people.
with your friends a few times
Before you like
But
actually
man,
really
the
start
game is
rocking with
trash,
it. I'm never gonna play it solo.
Game's definitely not trash.
That's just crazy.
I mean, I feel like
That's just crazy to say.
Call of Duty is better than you played. I've been playing that with your friends.
Okay, so
for
let's-
Y'all
long.
saying it's trash because, bro.
I'm not. I'll take it back. It's not trash. But
Yeah,
what
y'all
I'm
don't
gonna ask you
understand it.
is,
Y'all don't understand
Would
how
you
to
put
win.
that over Grand Theft Auto?
Talking about two
Would
totally
you?
different
Wait.
games. Okay?
Would you put it over Call of Duty?
Would you put Taylor Swift over Ludacris? What are you talking about, Mom?
Yes.
These are two different
Yes, I
games that we're
will.
talking about.
Yes. Yes. Now
These
what?
are two different games. We're talking about a battle royale cartoony game. We talking
Okay,
about
so give me another
GTA.
battle royale. Give me another battle royale game.
PUBG.
Never played it. So next.
Never heard of it.
Okay, because y'all niggas not gamers.
I understand that, but go keep
Y'all
continue.
lucky I ain't got the soundboard right now. There'd be a lot of combo breakers going on. All right.
That's not a combo breaker, bro. That's a,
would've
okay.
been.
So that's just
No,
like
but
okay.
look.
So if we on Grand Theft Auto and we playing the team,
Fortnite is different for y'all. It's different for me too. All right. I need a team to win on there because you got to focus on. It's more so you ain't got to focus on shooting. You got to focus on staying alive to the end and building
forts.
Not like building while people coming at you. You got to be able to build a wall, get on top of him, and like
kill that
start
person.
spraying. And it ain't just like Call of Duty. Somebody pop up, get that clean headshot. We on to the next one. It's a lot. It's a lot
we
more
know what
critical
it
thinking
is. But what I'm
involved.
asking is, would you pick these other games over Fortnite?
Bro,
This is a very good.
if we talking about
PUBG versus Fortnite,
What's the other one you play?
that's a battle royale. Nothing.
I'm not saying battle royale. What's the other? What's it? Destiny?
Destiny was
don't
actually
get me started. I'll go on a whole rant about that.
definitely the
They
first
pissed me
Destiny
off.
was a beautiful game.
Was a classic.
This Destiny 2, I had to trade that shit in.
I felt like I was doing the same thing.
I had to trade it in.
And I said, I'm not going to spend a year of my life again.
Yeah,
on this.
I had to trade that shit back in. I just couldn't
Had
do
to.
it. Couldn't do it at all. What was that?
Had to.
Yeah, I don't know.
45.
It's not. All right, so we got 15 minutes. We on, I mean, I like video games. We on a good topic.
But was it
Don't,
any
don't
other?
compare it, but
If Fortnite was trash, why are all the video games that's coming out, Miles, trying to do Battle Royale mode so that they can do that? Call of Duty's
Just
going
like
to... Hold on.
everything else.
Call of Duty's going to do it. Red Dead's going to do it.
That's the same thing as
GTA
Team
already doing
Deathmatch.
it.
Team Deathmatch.
It's not the same thing as Team Deathmatch. It's different.
It's the same thing as Capture the Flag,
It's-
Team
no,
Deathmatch.
it's not.
How it's not?
Bro, when you're in a battle royale, everybody drops off in different locations, and then you end up being put into one small circle.
That's the
Team
only
Deathmatch
difference.
does not do that.
That's
you're
the
in
only
one
difference, though.
That's a big difference.
I mean,
It's
I
like, bro,
understand. I like it
have
because it's
to.
like I don't have a choice
I don't
but
have
to
a
go
choice.
to work.
but to go crazy.
But again,
To make it to
gameplay.
the
You're
end.
talking about the actual fun of it, gameplay wise.
Fortnite's gameplay is okay. It's different.
And again,
But
I
you're-
get it because you're just starting
but
and
you
you're new
can-
develop. Like I get it.
You comparing it to like
But I done had kids. The only reason I'm doing this is
GTA.
because I had kids say it's better than GTA. I had them telling me that it's better than other games.
Bro, it's kids. They don't know nothing.
Fortnite is and GTA is two different things.
Yeah, you can't
really
like compare them.
Yeah.
Like
You can't.
I listen to it every.
I mean, because
day.
off rap,
Every
my
day.
favorite games are always going to be open world.
Oh yes, RPGs is just
Shout out to
yeah,
Spider-Man.
beautiful.
Period. Oh my
Yes,
god,
that's going to be a beautiful video game.
I had an orgasm live
Yikes.
on Instagram off the Spider.
Stay away from me.
Watch out.
Yes, I caught a
Shooting
little,
everywhere.
caught a little big drip. Shout out to my man Nick Lavelle.
Oh,
Don't shout nigga all over.
Yeah, since we got a couple more minutes, man, let's touch bases on that MI, bro. Fallout.
I'll be back.
Oh.
'Cause I didn't watch it.
Well, it's spoiler free. It's spoiler free. It's
No,
spoiler
I'm
free.
cool. I just got to use the bathroom.
It's spoiler free. Okay, we'll go pee. Then he got him
Man,
going to
listen,
the
man.
bathroom.
Let me tell you how beautiful
And,
it is.
wait, and before we, Ellie, is it? Shouts to Ellie.
Shout out to
Sorry,
Evan,
it's
man. I
your
wish we
birthday.
had the sound.
And we'll be here weekly,
Those
so I'm
vibes.
pretty sure
Yes.
we'll be seeing you a lot. Will we?
Hopefully.
Will we be seeing you a lot?
Do you want me to jump on the mic?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you
course.
get, hey, anytime you want to chime in.
Please
you can.
chime in.
Listen, yeah, this
Please.
is
This
over.
is a
Here I
safe
am.
place.
It's over.
Am I You hear me?
It's
okay?
over. We do.
We can hear you.
And big shout outs to Podcast Detroit.
Congrats on your first show.
Thank you.
We definitely. I can't speak.
Yeah, this is gonna be huge.
This is gonna be a beautiful thing.
This is gonna be huge.
This is gonna be a beautiful
we got the
thing.
right people.
Well, let me ask you, Ellie. Right? Have you seen the Fallout Mission Impossible?
No.
Okay.
But
I
will sit in.
Do you like those movies, Mission Impossible movies?
Is that
Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
Not really.
You know what? I can't say I don't because I've never seen them.
Oh,
So
okay.
I might just be a fan and I have no clue. It could be the movie that changes my life.
It's really good.
I just haven't given them this time.
You're
What
not the
type of
only
movies
one.
do you
It's
like?
crazy.
You know what?
Genre-wise.
I'm getting into horror. I didn't think I was gonna like horror films.
Okay.
Do you like
But
the paranormal side or more of like the Freddy and Jason and Chucky?
the
more like the
slashers.
Evil Dead, like the cheesier stuff.
Okay, like that type of stuff.
Okay, like the zombies and stuff.
Didn't
Okay.
think I was gonna like
That
it,
type of
but
stuff.
Okay.
Depending on
Here
what
I am.
it is.
Yeah,
but
but
Mission
I also
Impossible.
like romantic comedy.
Fallout was great. Oh yeah, romantic comedy.
I'm sorry,
Let's do a little date night action.
I don't mind it. But yes, Mission Impossible was definitely great.
Excellent.
It tied into, I think, every one of the previous ones except for maybe the first and second one, but still beautiful nevertheless. I'm a big movie critic. It takes a lot for me to admit that a movie was greatly put together. Mission Impossible Fallout was one of those movies. Now, because I watch a lot of movies, I will say a couple parts I kind of suspected. I'm not going to say predicted because predicted is a big word. It's kind of egotistic.
Q is a dick when it comes to movies.
I'm a very big dick. I'm like a Mandingo.
Okay.
But
Not that
it
he
was
has one,
very.
that he is
Not that
one.
I have one.
Yeah, he is one.
But it was very. To me, it was. But to somebody that's watched the previous Mission Impossibles. And to see that movie and how everything came together, and just by knowing off the previous movies, you kind of, I'm kind of used to all this stuff, blah blah blah. No, this movie just,
it's
wow,
it's like, oh, yo, what,
like
wow,
you know what I'm saying, like the bathroom scene with my man's
best scene.
Oh my god!
Best scene. Bathroom scene was the best scene.
Oh my god! It was
I didn't even
that
hold you up for Q to really just sit here and say like he was
I'm
excited
telling you,
and happy
man.
about a movie.
Well, you notice he still had to say some cute bullshit.
That's just cute. Though.
Yeah,
It's
he
cute.
still had to say
you know what I'm saying. I'm like her
But,
Rotten Tomatoes.
oh my god,
times 5.
Nick Lavelle's joined.
Nick Lavelle is in the building. Big drip.
This is exciting because
drip.
Nick does not support anything but expects the same in return.
Oh wow!
Thank you, Nick.
Don't do that. Come on, Charlemagne.
For being
Charlemagne.
No, I'ma do it.
man. Come on, man.
Thank
Let's
you.
not do it.
Thank you, Nick.
We appreciate you, Nick.
Thank you,
man.
Nick.
No bullshit.
I really do.
Hey, hold on, let me tell you.
I really do
Listen,
because Nick don't. So I really appreciate. Like,
listen, Nick hit me up.
like
the
Nick
other-
checking my live.
I was
That's crazy.
Listen,
That's wild to me.
I was
Nick, don't mess with
surprised,
man.
bro.
We love you, Big Drip.
Nick hit
Drip.
me up. Like
Don't make this a
last
weak thing, my nigga. My views ain't y'all views. All right, let's go.
I was about to throw a pin at that. Hope it flip. But shout out to Nick. Nick hit me up, bro, just to check in for real.
Bro,
Like,
we ain't even getting no spoilers. Shut up.
who said that?
Girl, like we said, the bathroom scene
D.
was
Rice?
the best. Okay, what happened in the
Hey,
bathroom?
shout out D. Rice, bro.
Bathroom. Anybody
D. Rice
shouting
is
this
my
dude
brother,
out,
bro.
man.
Shout out to
Listen,
D.
Shout
Rice.
out Monique and the
Mission
Sugar
Impossible
Pie, bro.
Fallout
That's
was
the
a
only
great
person I
movie,
love
man.
over there. Carter.
I gave it a 9.5 out of 10. Definitely go check it out.
That's
If you
might be
haven't
the
seen
highest rating there, go ahead.
it, not the highest. I gave
That
something
you
a 10.
gave?
Yeah, I gave something a 10.
I've never seen you go to.
Gotta go on the page. Yes, if you
You
haven't
wanna
seen
go
the
there.
previous Mission Impossibles, I suggest going to see them because it's going to be that much better. But if you haven't, I still suggest going to see it because it's still a good movie, just based off of everything going on. So please go check that out. I'm gonna be coming to y'all, with later episodes with other good movies. And other movies that
we
you should
will
avoid.
probably end up getting into heated discussions
Yes.
about movies.
Yes, movies
What's
is
the
my
time?
passion.
Because I want
and
to
it's-
talk about a movie that I would just want to bring.
We got about a couple
about 10
minutes.
All right, so
Well, we
let's.
got
A little
8
less
minutes.
than
We got
10
8
minutes.
minutes.
I say in 5 minutes we start, giving our.
I was on the
thoughts
plane,
everything.
right? And
Where was you going?
I was coming back from Miami.
Okay.
Shout out to South Beach.
South Beach.
Dropping cruise bombs.
Q bombs.
DeMarco. Oh, that. Yeah. So listen,
We need that.
they had Avengers on there on my flight,
Okay.
and I
Infinity
did-
War?
Which one?
Infinity
Yeah, exactly.
Wars.
That's live.
And
Infinity Wars
Well,
is
it's
10
out
out of
though.
10.
But it's out though.
No, I'm hip, but I haven't seen it since we went.
Oh, okay. So you got to watch it again.
And it was just like, this shit is really
Infinity Wars was a 10 out of 10,
good,
like,
bro.
yeah.
Y'all really made us wait a whole.
What made
that?
movie a beautiful movie is
Bro.
it was untraditional from a superhero movie. Every superhero movie thus far has had a happy ending. The hero prevailed, the protagonist prevailed, the antagonist, whatever the case was, whether he came back for a sequel or whatever the case was, he lost. Period.
But
Avengers: Infinity War. Everybody died. Not everybody.
That's the thing,
We missing Logan here.
Logan.
But he still prevailed though. Just because he died, don't mean that he didn't prevail.
True.
Did he not?
True.
I'm not talking about people heroes not living.
We could do that one later. But the thing about this was
He died.
after Black Panther,
Did you die?
after Black Panther dropped, my first post was, "Okay, are y'all ready for Thanos to kill shit?" And people looking like, "What are you talking?
What are you talking about? Because I don't know how to Google it.
Like Black
Panther.
Panther's going to kick his ass," and I'm like,
That was a good foresight.
No,
Like, bro, Black Panther
So-
will get waxed by most people.
to see this happen
that's-
live, like I've been waiting on this. What was the first Thanos appearance? Was
Bro, they
this
A
been a
long
long
time
time,
ago,
bro?
bro.
Like,
It has been.
he's starting
so
looking
for
colder
the
and colder.
first scene to be him whooping Thor ass, Hawk ass.
Oh, that set the precedent for the
That's-
whole movie. If the movie didn't start
Mixed
like that,
dog.
I don't think it would have been.
Mixed
as big
dog.
as
Start
that.
putting them together.
Oh,
Tyson
my
blows.
God.
He beat the
Man.
shit out of the Hawk, bro.
One of his mans was about to help him. He like, no. Let my mans have his fun.
Oh, let's Terrence said Infinity War doesn't focus on a single hero, which made it great, which would make sense since it's an Avengers movie. And Avengers is a group of superheroes. So thank you, Terrence, for stating the obvious on that for us. We appreciate you.
My man's
We
T-Raw,
appreciate
But
you,
thanks for the
man. Thank you.
comments.
Man's T-Raw.
Yeah, thank you very much, man. Appreciate
man.
that.
Yeah, that was kind of obvious.
Wow. Great.
I
We
was
knew.
trying-
We thought it was just focused on Spider-Man. We didn't know.
Yeah, I gave Black Panther a 10 out of 10, but I retract my statement. It was not a perfect movie by no means. It was all hype. It was overrated to me. It was a strong, maybe like an 8.59. It was overrated.
No, it
Black
wasn't.
Panther was overrated, bro.
It wasn't, bro.
was.
Bro, it was a lot of imagery for us that was
I
in
gave
the
it a
movie,
9.
which made it a 10 out of 10.
I agree.
I gave it
And
a
that's
9.
why I initially gave it a 10 out of 10.
And it still
But just from a
deserves
film,
that.
taking my bias off, just from a film aspect.
And you ain't go
it
to
was
film
not-
school, bro.
It was not a
Like,
perfect. It was not a.
So
I
wait,
actually
wait.
did.
So
I
what did
actually
you give
take
it?
film classes.
What did you give it?
Film classes.
You gave it a 10? Wait, did you give it a 10?
We talk about the game. We
Easy.
talk about practice.
What you mean?
Bro, I gave it a 9.
Yeah, it was a solid 8.5,
bro. 10.
It was that was not
it was
a perfect movie.
It was
So wait a
because-
minute,
bro,
because
we
wait.
just
Hold
started-
It
on,
wasn't
wait.
the first black
Wait, wait, wait.
superhero movie.
Wait.
Take that bias off.
It don't matter. I
He,
never
no,
said
he's
that.
not saying it
I
because
never
of that.
said that.
Trust me, he's not going
That's
that
what
way.
Spoonie says. Look, look. Here's the
Where's
thing,
the
bro.
bombs at?
All right.
Here's the thing, bro. We talking about a movie that has so much hype, so many good black actors in it. We never thought we was gonna see a Black Panther movie. Let's be for real.
Never.
Never. No.
Come on.
Never.
Nobody even knew who dude was.
I was about to
except
say, if
people who
you
read
really
comic
wasn't
books.
into them comics, you didn't even know.
It's a lot of y'all can't say that because there's a lot
It's
of
a lot.
superheroes that people don't even know about that it's
And
movies
that's,
about
again,
now.
and that goes to the people that be like, "Oh, what's after they kill off all these people? What's gonna be?" It's a lot of
Because
Marvel
people don't know who
comics,
Captain
like-
Marvel is. People didn't even know who what's my man's name? Winter Soldier. People didn't know who the heck he was.
Okay, so
People
that's
didn't
what I
know
was
who
about to
Vision
say. Wait.
was.
So that's what I was gonna go. So
Nah,
if
that's
you
an
gave
underrated
Black
film.
Panther a 10.
Bro, but you already
So
know.
are you
You
giving
already
all
know
this-
that Winter Soldier was my
So are
favorite
you
Marvel
giving it-
movie.
Are you
Winter
giving
Soldier
that a
was
10?
definitely a gem. I
Thank you.
agree.
All right, so that's a 10.
Easy.
So are you one of those ones that's
I wouldn't
giving
give it a
all
10.
10s or no?
I wouldn't give it a 10. 10 to me
Winter
is
Soldier?
a 10 to
Yeah.
me is a
Winter
perfect-
Soldier don't get a 10?
No.
I'm saying I know that you gave Black Panther a 10, but you think Winter Soldier is better than Black
If we
Panther.
if we start getting into like the angles that stuff was shot in, whether I predicted stuff and things like that, yeah,
That's what I'm getting into.
that's
I'm talking about
Yeah, but we
perfection.
can't get into that because
Take your bias
both,
off.
No, because we both
Take it
critically think about anything it is, even if it's a video game, a movie, a book. We're gonna critically analyze it. So I can't be like that because the majority ain't gonna be like that.
Which one
hold
you
on,
gonna
bro?
pick
He
for?
was just holding a bowl of shrimp. Now you holding a plate.
I think like that.
I can't be like that. Mistakes
Why?
happen. Mistakes
think
happen.
like- That's
Bro,
not, then it's not a
that's the fun
10.
part about
We
this.
might
It's
have
not
been
a
about
10.
We
That's
was
what we
mistakes.
do,
Have a
bro.
perfect
We
movie
was mistakes.
with Easter eggs that's botched like
We
that,
was
man.
mistakes. We 10 out of 10.
Bro, that's what we laugh about all the time, though, bro.
If you make a mistake
Bro,
on
I
your
ain't
test,
gonna
you
do
can't
that,
get
bro.
100%.
Okay,
man.
so take it back then. Which one are you going to pick? Which is better?
Over
Winter Soldier or Black Panther?
I'm picking Black Panther. What you mean? Even if it wasn't better, I was picking
I
Black
think
Panther.
Winter Soldier is better than Black Panther.
Me, that's our problem now.
Is Infinity?
That's what I'm talking about. That bias.
Wait,
And that's our problem now. Is that we're not biased
Infinity
enough.
War is the best Marvel movie.
Facts.
Ooh, that's a
Rudeness?
good question.
No, it's
Facts.
not. It's very easy. But
It's a
I
good
just
Facts.
question. Yeah, because that's
It
yeah,
is.
It is.
that's
That's a
Hey,
great
hey,
question.
X, how you doing? Relax. I don't know.
what up, X?
Ant-Man was trash without spoiling it. Ant-Man
second
and the
one?
Wasp, yeah, it was trash.
I ain't see it.
Yeah.
Wasn't trash. Wasn't trash. It was all right.
What was
It
Deadpool?
was bad to me. Deadpool 2 was bad.
Oh,
We can't talk about this. We talked about this.
We already argued.
We argued already.
Okay, well, yeah, it was bad to me.
Because you didn't like the first one.
The first one was actually better than this one. The first one made more
Q
sense.
is a goofball.
The first one made more sense.
But you still didn't like it.
It's not that I didn't like it. The first one was actually good. The second one,
I mean, at least they try to
was
keep
all
stuff. At
over
least
the
they try to
place.
keep stuff canon, bro, and involve people who like was in the comics and
I'm-
stuff. They
that-
don't go off
that's
bills.
fine.
Because I'm worried about this Venom movie.
They did. Oh yeah. This the Venom movie. I might not even see when it come out. I'm gonna have to.
Oh
hear
yeah.
about
All right.
that.
So look, we got
I'm
two.
worried.
We got 2 minutes, man. We gonna go
worried
ahead. So
about
look. Next week episode, we definitely gonna
Yes.
talk about movies that are upcoming.
Okay, most
Because
definitely.
San Diego Comic Con happened.
Yes.
Michigan Comic Con coming up, and if you
Yes.
don't know, Michigan Comic Con for 12 years old and under is free. So if you have any
Shout out to the
nephews,
kids.
nieces, kids, anything like that, X Venom is probably not gonna be great. It's gonna be okay movie. I understand that you probably don't get involved in this lifestyle much, and
X was the one we was arguing with about Black Panther, saying that.
oh,
Remember that argument?
shut up.
What'd he say? What'd he say?
Yeah.
He said that Black Panther set the tone for Infinity War.
We can't get into it. Look,
Shut up.
tune in next week.
Please.
All right, it's
Hey.
Thursday, August 9th. We had a good time. First episode, we gonna have Crack Diesel and
Nelly
Yes,
Sorry.
man.
we ain't gonna give her that name. We'll let her. Get
Oh,
that
we
name.
gonna do
Yeah,
that next
Nelly Nell.
episode.
We'll wait.
Hey, and it's the forecast, y'all.
It's the forecast,
all
baby.
day.
Slap signing out.
Rudeness.
Mad
Squad.
Myles, fresh
Squad,
ass dukes.
squad.
Shouts to Podcast Detroit.
We here, man.
We in here, man. Y'all have a good evening.
Yes, sir. Hottest podcast in the city, y'all. Good night.
Facts. Big facts.
All you other podcasts, your ass is fired.
Thank you guys for watching. And always, 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 please follow our sponsors at First of the Day on Instagram, first-oftheday.com, at One Up Gaming Lab on Instagram, oneupgaminglab.com. And also follow our illustrious hosts. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe at The Forecast Podcast on Instagram, at Young Slaps on Twitter and Instagram, at Fresh Ass Juice on Instagram, at Rudeness __ on Instagram, at Krack Diesel on Twitter and Instagram, and at Chanel.Marie on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you for watching.